All right, well, welcome to the big session 50.
Hmm.
It's been a lot of sessions, and
And
as you guys know, the plan is to have 70 sessions in the campaign, so that should give you an idea of roughly where we are, at least if things go toward according to plan. All right, so previously, hold on. Previously, you had embarked on the expedition to Lumev with the goal to return to Delsara City. Sorry, let me turn this down. And explore the military HQ and the military district in order to find out more about the Lumev weapon. You revisited the fallen obelisk in order to uncover and record an important diagram, but had to deal with the crab creatures first. You returned to the stone pillars, um, going deep into the facility, and eventually found a shadow kind in some sort of long term sleep, but still alive. You retrieved the person, a woman, and she is still with you, though you are unable to wake her by either medical or magical means. You made it to the crater facility on the 27th. At the crater facility, you learned of Oreo's mission to find evidence of someone important who illegally came through the portal and is somehow connected, it is believed, to the Grey Cult and or the Sword of Justice, and more importantly, the masked figure that appears to be connected to both. After searching part of the facility, the object, a golden bracelet adorned with black diamonds, etched with the sign of a dragon biting its own tail, was found. Oreo had accomplished her mission and used a magic item she was secretly provided to quickly return to Mavin and her guild, leaving everyone else to continue their original mission to the Nexus. You dealt with traps set for you in the crater facility and in the transportation hub. You discovered a new location has been opened in the crater facility transportation system, though the crystal is blinking for some reason. The new location appears to be the upper left location on the wall map. When reaching Delsara City, you found that something has agitated the machines. You dealt with a horde of spider automata and giant war machines that you had never seen before. You finally reached the military HQ. As we begin, you have entered the military HQ to find a long hall with sliding metal doors on each side that have been torn free, rooms where objects have been broken and scattered, and at the end of the hall, you see a massive crystals and machines moving around. All right, so I'll go ahead and take you to the map. I went ahead and stacked everybody, so everybody's in the same spot. Who has familiars with them before we get started?
I think I summoned mine back, so I should have one,
Okay,
right?
so
I
I
should
think so.
have mine.
say it again. Pico?
they do.
Yeah, Fire Lily should be. Wait a minute. No, I was leaving Fire Lily with the person for now.
Right. And Raku, did you have your familiar as well?
That's what I was asking. Did I resummon him?
I
Or
don't
did anybody
remember,
remember?
honestly.
Oh, hold on. Here, I'll check my inventory. That'll be easy. Let's see. Magic incense. I only have 7 left, so I must
Okay.
have resummoned him. Okay.
Well, we'll say that you did. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since that's something you would have likely done at your earliest opportunity. All
Yeah.
right. Right away, Ragu and Avak, you notice something interesting. Due to your training, extensive training with the Arcana, you can sense this anti-magic effect on the walls, and it doesn't seem like it'll interfere with your spellcasting ability, but it appears to be some sort of protection. And given the shape of everything outside, it's it's easy to surmise that that's perhaps why this place is still standing inside. That said, the objects and doors apparently, at least some of them, apparently aren't afforded the same protection, and you can see that those things have been ripped apart around you. And up ahead, if you scroll the map, you can see the giant crystals, the giant white crystals you've seen before, but the massive blue crystals in the center. You can feel the energy radiating from even from where you are. But you also notice several automata moving around in that room. But probably even more worryingly, you can see some massive barrels belonging to some sort of metallic object that kind of moves and tracks back and forth. And it reminds you a lot of the weapons in the crater, although not so massive. So, what do you do?
Well, I think we should be a little bit sneaky until we get a better look at what's going on.
Yeah, that sounds
Maybe
kind
we
of
can
scary.
check out these side rooms very quietly, make some investigation and scavenging type skill rolls, and move forward down the hall one at a time as
I
long
can't
as they
really
don't
hear you,
see us.
Tyler. Are you something about investigation or something?
Oh, sorry, I said that we can move forward down the hall, going room to room, trying to not be seen by anybody on the far hall, but just make some scavenging investigation skills and see a better lay of the land until we get up to the top and try and evaluate the situation.
Hmm.
My suggestion.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Same.
Okay.
All right then. So that's a general idea. So what are you guys doing? Who's doing what?
All right. Well, since there's already a bunch of this stuff in the hallway, I'll go ahead and make a.
Speak louder again.
Sorry. I'm trying to adjust here. All right, is that better?
Talk some more.
Is that okay? I'm guessing this is going to be better. I tried to adjust the
It's a
mic so you
little
can hear me.
better. You were louder
Okay.
before, but go ahead.
Okay. Since there's already a couple of piles right here in the hallway, I'll go ahead and make a scavenging check.
Okay, you can go ahead and do that, and that's going to take you. So basically, to do a scavenging check, it basically covers the whole area, but it takes about 5 minutes. So if you're going to spend an actual scavenging, you can do that. If you just want to do a search to see if you find any normal objects or anything like that, then that's quicker, and that would be a normal investigation or perception.
Okay, well, I figured the other guys can do that while I do the scavenge, and we can
Okay,
double up on
so you can go ahead and make your scavenging roll. So that's going to take him about 5 minutes to cover the hallway. So what's everybody else doing?
Do I hear automata in the rooms next to us?
Nothing. Based on your passive perceptions, nobody heard anything in the nearby rooms. But if you want to actively listen, go ahead and make a perception check.
Sure. I'll actively listen. Why not? Sorry, I didn't have my character sheet up for whatever reason.
Yeah, no problem.
Perception. Bomb. That's not perception. I clicked the first thing I
That's
saw was
fine.
P. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, AT is still not bad. Anyway, yeah, you're pretty sure there's no automata or nothing moving around in any of these rooms in the hallway.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and check this room out first then.
Okay, so you start canvassing the room. Go ahead and give me a perception check while I check what everybody else is doing. So,
Mhm.
Ragu, Pico, what are you guys doing?
Hey, Piff, I don't suppose you wouldn't mind going invisible and scouting up ahead and see how many automata are in that room at the end of the hallway.
Yeah, I can do that. All right, hold on, let me make Piff face the right way. So
Okay.
I'll have Piff go invisible, and I'm just gonna have them. I can't actually see through them, even though I'm
Okay, let me go ahead and
ghost.
see if this works. Can you see through it now?
Yeah, yeah, perfect. All right, I'm just gonna have Piff well invisible. Do you want me to roll a stealth, by the way? Because I'm gonna have them try and be sneaky.
Yeah, you can make a stealth check.
Okay. Do-do-do. Hmm.
It would be
There it is. +8.
okay. There you go.
I don't know why I rolled twice, but just take the left one as always.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you start moving forward, and as you do so,
Oh.
you have not quite reached the room yet, but you do notice that despite being invisible,
Mm-hmm.
these cylinders seem to be tracking you. They seem to be
Ooh.
moving to point right at you.
Okay, they don't use visible light. I'm gonna pull back then. Well, actually, let me go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna have pull Piff back. So Piff talks to Pico or Fire Lily, whoever's closest, and says, "There's a lot of automata in there. Probably like I could see at least around 5 or 6, so it's probably closer to 8, and there's a bunch of spiders in there as well."
That's not good. I mean, I can see 3 just from this vantage point. That already
Yep.
felt concerning.
They're surrounding the room in like a circle. Plus, they have these weird, I don't know how to describe them. They're little cylinders that are tracking me, even though I'm invisible, so they can still see me.
That must be like those dome traps at the transport stations.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Galen, when you search the room, the
Yeah.
impression you're getting as you search is that somebody or something ransacked the room, tearing everything apart. And you get the feeling that there's nothing of any use that's remaining. What you do find is some metal scraps. You find a metal table, a container, a metal container like a box that
It's
has been shredded,
yeah.
and a fairly nice leather chair, although the leather is cracked.
Hmm.
All
That's
right,
unfortunate.
so that is Galen. Devok, you doing anything during the 5 minutes?
I'll join Galen and help him search through the room.
Do the
Okay.
other room since I already did this one.
Okay, then I'll check out. Is Ragu already searching that other room?
No, he's searching the hallway.
Okay, then yeah, I'll come into the
Yeah.
room and check out this one.
Okay,
I'll help you with that.
go ahead and give me a perception check.
Allow
Mhm.
me to offer my expert guidance as well.
Okay.
Sounds good. Does that mean I get advantage?
Yes.
Or it's a okay, yeah.
Advantage and a D4 because I'm helping you.
Cool. Perception. Perception. Oh,
Might as well roll the D4, even though it probably won't make a huge difference.
well,
Okay, so that's an 11. So you search the room, and you come up to the same conclusion that Galen did. It looks like everything of value has been taken, and you can see that the metal and has been shredded. And you too also find a fairly nice chair, a metal table, a shredded metal box, and metal debris. And
gotcha.
Ragu, after searching thoroughly through the hallway, um, you're convinced that there's that whoever took the objects in the hallway or whatever took them, they knew what they were doing because there's nothing even to scavenge.
Okay.
So 5 minutes has passed. You've searched the two rooms here and here, and Ragu has thoroughly searched the hallway. So what do you do next?
Guess we could probably start searching room to room up, being really stealthy, but I don't know if we want to get into a tangle with those automata.
I don't see another option. We're going to have to go up there.
Not
If they're hostile,
necessarily.
we attack. If they are willing to communicate, we can talk.
I don't know if they want to talk. There might be some way though. We should try to see if there's some way we can either distract them or get them to move to a different room. Maybe I don't know, maybe I try to have like Piff fly by and drag them somewhere else so that the rest of the group can go
Use
past.
those if those weird turret things are tracking Piff even when he's invisible, then
Yeah,
yeah, do you think he's gonna get very far? We have to
true.
find out whether or not they are aggressive or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So what do you guys do? Oh, I know what I forgot.
Well, we can go through and check the rest of these rooms, but I say we're just gonna
Yeah,
have to approach through the one
I
door.
don't think we can fight them though. We're totally gonna get beat up by those guys.
Probably.
We've taken out the Tamata before. I mean,
Yeah,
the
but not
soulless
like 8 of
Automata. That's
them
where
and a
I get
bunch of
my.
spiders.
That's where I get my good my good exploding grenade cylinders from.
Well, we might need to use some of those or the wand of fireball or something, because we're not going to be able to just take these guys.
Looking at the automata that's most clearly in view, does it appear to be different from other ones we've encountered?
Actually, due to your perception as you look at it, you notice a few things. One of the things you notice is that they seem to be in extremely good condition, which you probably would think a little odd because this place was blown to oblivion, um, which suggests that there must be some sort of repair process happening, perhaps. The other thing you notice is that their eyes are flashing red, almost like an alarm siren, except through their eyeballs. And then the third thing you notice is that they seem to be carrying something that's not as basically the size of a sword, except but at the same time it looks a little bit like a cannon, and and it seems to they seem to have their hands wrapped around it.
There's no way we're fighting these things. I'm going to die.
Probably a
Yeah,
bad
we
idea.
gotta find a non-combative way to get past these things.
Hmm.
Let's see, what is your passive, Devok? Let me check. Perception, Devok is a 12. Okay. Alrighty, so one thing you notice, Devok, as you're going through, is that this room seems bigger than the others that you've seen so far. But it looks in a very similar shape, from at least from your vantage point.
I'll check it out. Does anyone want to help me?
Yeah, I'll come on in.
Okay, so that would be Galen. Okay. All right, so you enter, and oh, you're making an active search. Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. You can explain that first.
No, that's fine. If you're making an active search, you got a 19, which is excellent. So you, as you're searching, you notice one thing different about this room. There seems to be a closed hatch on the floor. It is slightly open, maybe just barely enough to get your fingers in, um, but it is covered with dust as if it hasn't been touched in a very long time.
Hmm. Can someone that has more health than me come open this?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and vacate the room as well, in case there's a trap.
I'm not gonna vacate. I'm just gonna back up.
Okay, I'll go ahead and reach down and is it like is there like a red lock button on it, or is there a unlock, or is it just cracked open? I just
You
pull it hard.
see like a round hatch. You see two metal like doors with teeth. You see it's open barely enough to get your fingers in there. You see a bunch of panels and whatnot around it. There's no obvious buttons or levers. However, if you wish, you can search for one.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and take a quick search for one.
So that would either be an investigation or an arcana artifact, if you have that. Okay. Well, searching around, you find a panel, and in the and it looks like if you it's basically a piece of metal that is covering an area that looks tight fitting, but as you press on one side, the other kind of lifts. So what do you do?
All right, I'll go ahead and press on one side, the other kind of lifts.
Yeah.
Can I continue lifting that other side to
Yeah, you do,
open
and
the
it
hatch?
pops off, and underneath you see a lever.
All right. Is it just a 2-position lever?
Yeah, yeah, it looks like something you can probably pull.
All right, I pull it.
Okay, you pull it, and the hatch opens up, and you see a ladder going downward. And as you look down the ladder, you can see light coming up, so a white light. And you look down, you see some, looks like some stone debris at the bottom.
Hmm. I guess this is another way to go, guys. Come on. I'm gonna head down the ladder a little bit to see what's going on there.
Okay. Let me go ahead and move you then. So there was where you are, Ragu. Sorry, everybody else will probably see black. Anyway, you find yourself at the bottom of the ladder. You see what looks like 2 couches. You see some sort of screen with some blinking lights. You see 2 doors, and each door has a red handprint nearby, kind of like the handprints you've pressed in other facilities.
Okay. See.
Is what's everybody else? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna call. It's just a room, but we've got 2 doors.
Hmm.
All right. So what's everybody else gonna do?
Enter.
You're gonna go down the ladder. All right. What about you, Galen?
Yeah. Let's go down the ladder.
Okay. Go ahead and stack up then. And Pico.
I'm thinking about checking these other 2 rooms up ahead, but I kind of want to wait until everybody's down the ladder. What are Piff and Char doing?
Good question. What, guys? What are Piff and Char doing?
Oh, Piff will follow by me.
Char will hang out with Pico.
Okay.
You sure that's safe?
Unless you're planning something different, it's I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't think anybody checked this room, so I guess I'll go ahead and look in here first.
Okay. So you go in the room. It looks very similar to the other rooms, but you can make an active perception check if you want to take a closer look.
All right, I think I could use some expert guidance while I'm at it. Ugh, I guess I really need it. Not that that's sure that roll sucks. 13.
Okay, yeah, it seems very similar to the other rooms in that everything of value seems to have been taken.
I'm gonna sneak up to the next set of rooms. I think I'll start with the one on the right.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check then. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you find another room. It seems very similar to the others. You can go ahead and make a perception check if you wish.
All right. I'll give myself some expert guidance as I do so. That's mediocre 16.
Okay, so you search around, and in the pile of debris, you do find a what looks like a lightning cylinder. It somehow got missed.
Alrighty.
But otherwise, the room is devoid of anything useful.
Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and try and stealthily tumble over to this room.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make your stealth check, and we'll see how that works.
Alright, hold on.
All right. Nobody seems to react as you make it to the other room.
Alright, I'll go ahead and search in here as well.
Okay.
Expert guidance. Alright, 22.
Okay. You're searching through this room, and you don't find anything useful. Although, buried in the debris, you do find a skeletal hand. It looks like it was chopped off a body at one point, but the flesh is long rotten.
How recognizable is the skeleton?
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
That'll be great.
I can, if you want me to come do that, I can help as well.
Yeah, you're already down the ladder. You don't even know what he's doing right now.
Fair enough.
Alright. Well, I'm going to try and dig into my past and remember the med school I never went to and try to use some expert guidance as I make this mediocre roll. Oh, that's not horrible. 18.
You're pretty sure it's a shadow kind.
Okay. All right. That being the case, I'm going to go ahead and sneak my way back to the other room.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So go ahead and stack up, and I will go ahead and move you. There we go. There we go. So everybody now should see the small room with the ladder. You can see that there's a screen with that's still glowing, although it's cracked. You can see that it's flickering, and every once in a while, see strange symbols show up and disappear. But you're unable to make any real sense out of it. You can see some stone debris in the center of the room. You also get a sense, Ragu and Davak, that the walls in this area, that anti-magic protection is much weaker here. If not, it might even be gone. And as you look around, you see more cracks in the walls and in the floors than you saw up above. So what do you do?
Well, we can do a quick investigation of this room, or
I agree.
take and see what's going out through the other doors. Do you want to go ahead and help there, Pico?
Sure.
No, wait, what's going on?
Perception.
Yeah, did you want to help with investigating this room?
Okay, although doesn't look like there's much going on here, but sure.
Sorry, what are you guys doing?
I guess I'm helping and offering my expert guidance.
Right, but
Yeah,
what
I was
I
gonna-
didn't hear what Ragu's trying to do.
I was going to make a scavenger roll.
Oh, scavenger roll. Okay, go ahead. Okay, you make a 31. That's actually worth something. So let me go ahead and look that up here. I seem to have misplaced my map, my list. Well, while I look for my list, what's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna try and make sense of this screen.
Go ahead and roll a d8. See if you get a memory.
Oh, okay. Nope.
All right. In that case, go ahead and what would that be? Probably an investigation or intelligence check.
Okay, it's the same thing. So, yeah, I have no clue what's going on.
Here's what I was looking for. All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, it just doesn't. It just doesn't seem to make any sense. The impression you get is that it's probably not working correctly. Whatever it was supposed to be doing or showing, it isn't. It seems to. It's probably corrupted or perhaps broken.
All right.
All right. So Ragu, as you searching around the debris, you move some stones, and underneath you see what looks like a monocle. But the monocle has a bunch of wires and gizmos sticking out of it. You know, it kind of wraps around your head. So go ahead and give me a scavenging check to see if you can make any sense out of it.
All right. Can I get help with this as well, or?
Sure.
Nobody else has scavenging, so they can't really give you advantage, although expert guidance will obviously still work.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so you are able to make it out. And basically, you're able, if you're wearing the thing, you click it, and then if you're able to imagine a creature you've seen before. It has to be something that you've actually seen, so you can visualize it properly, and you can make a hologram, an image of it, almost like an illusion, um, uh, somewhere within 60 feet, and that illusion lasts for a minute.
This is gonna be.
So it's basically a monocle of visual displacement. Makes a hologram of a creature you've seen before. Appear within 60 feet for 1 minute. And obviously, it can move around and distract things.
Okay.
Fix,
Now,
which you
when I
could
make it, I
do
can make it.
as a bonus action. And 1 out of 6 on a d6 causes your monocle to break. So one thing you feel as you kind of figure out this monocle and you put it away, it basically weighs half a pound if you want to, track it in your inventory. Um, is you get a weird almost static electricity sense from all the various things you've scavenged. And you get the feeling that if you add any more things, that there might be reactions that start occurring.
Hmm. Okay.
In other words, you're at your scavenged item limit.
Okay.
So that takes 5 minutes. So while Ragu is searching the debris, and Pico is helping with expert guidance. What are you, Galen and Devok, doing?
Just
Let's
looking
check
at
out maybe this door. Is this door locked?
It has a handprint. It is glowing, so it looks like the handprints you've used in other facilities.
Let's try it, I guess.
Okay, the door where you and Galen are.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. It slides open. And as it does so, you can see it opens up into a larger room. You can see that there's more stone debris about the floor. You can see, though, that despite the worst condition in this area, there are still some light globes that are giving off white light. You can also see three doors ahead of you, and the room also wraps around outside of your view.
Um, I guess I'll step in. Oh
Okay.
wow.
As you step in, you see that there is some sort of locker cabinet thing. You can see there used to be a door here, although for some it there was some sort of collapse, and it leads to a hallway. And you can see that there's a major collapse here, and it looks like you won't be able to get past it at this point. However, the room does seem to still wrap to the south, and these three doors do have glowing handprints.
Okay.
interesting. Should we start checking this out?
Yeah, Ragu is going to be busy for 5 minutes.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna check these lockers. You want to check these lockers with me?
Yeah, I'll come up here. We can hit the ones up above after.
Okay, you notice that some of the lockers are already open, and the doors are kind of bent. You do four of them, however, do appear to be closed and locked. The ones that are open don't get, you don't notice anything inside.
All right, well, let's open these other ones up.
Okay, how are you going to do that?
We will
You could do
use.
brute force. You can try to lockpick, or you can pick some other option I'm not thinking of.
I mean, I'm not gonna brute force it, and I'm not gonna lockpick it. So, what if we do? What spells do you have, Preston? I mean, Devok.
That can help open this.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to you, not much. Although, hold on.
Best thing I have is a firebolt, and I feel like that might not be the best decision.
That's basically brute forcing it.
Yeah.
So if this thing was 5 pounds or less, I could turn it invisible, but I don't think it is.
Well, why would that help? I guess we could see what's inside.
Exactly,
That's smart.
but it's not
Um.
5 pounds or less.
Hmm.
That's true.
um, Brute force might be the only method now.
Yeah. Let's start shooting it.
Wait, mage hand?
What would that do to us?
Maybe you could lockpick it somehow.
I feel like if I can't lockpick, I'm not going to be able to lockpick with Mage Hand.
You're right. Yeah, brute force it. Start shooting it.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot it with a. I'm going to try and focus on the lock and not hit anything on the inside. So, like a skilled or precision shot. But I'm going to definitely. I'm going to shoot this thing.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll for it. Your normal attack roll.
Okay.
You'll obviously hit the locker, no problem there, but your rolls determine whether you can focus on the lock.
Yep. Bonk.
Which you do. You blast the lock off one of the lockers, and it slides open.
Yeah.
And inside, you find a black cylinder, and the black cylinder is about 1 inch in diameter, and is about 6 inches long.
Interesting.
And in addition to the black cylinder, you see you see several coins with squares in the middle.
Hmm.
Several that will make it 6 coins with squares cut in the middle.
Okay. Which things
I,
do you want, Devok?
I assume that made a loud noise.
Probably pretty
Yeah, you
loud.
probably heard the spell being cast, and you probably heard the lock sizzling and all that. So yeah,
What was in it again?
Alright.
It was a black cylinder and 6 coins with squares. Pico, you want to take a peek at our goodies while I blast the next lock?
Yeah.
I rush around the corridors like, what the? And then just see that, okay, they busted something open. So wait, what's going on?
We're mage picking these locks.
Uh, I take a look at the locks. Are they mundane locks?
they are
or-
mundane locks.
Maybe I could do that part of it.
Oh, okay. Thought you were busy. My bad.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try and pick the. How many of these locks are there?
There's three
There's
more.
3 more.
I'll just try and quickly work through those. Give myself some appropriate expert guidance. So, oh wow, the first one is not getting anywhere, I'm
You
sure.
managed to on the first one, you managed to jam it up.
All right,
I'll
well,
fix this one.
I'll try the second one
You picked that one,
and the third one.
which you pick as well.
All
All
right.
right.
Each.
Bang!
Okay. Yeah, you do. Let me double check something real quick.
I
Yeah,
think I
so you do.
probably.
Actually, no, you do manage to blow the lock off, but the metal here isn't in super great shape. So you manage to blast a hole in the actual face of the locker as well, and
Oops.
I'm gonna go ahead and have you make a dex save.
Oh, okay. I'm
Actually,
probably good.
Devok's in the area, so Devok will make a dex save as well.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, so Galen, you do not jump out of the way, and neither does Devok, as you get this fairly small but deeply black explosion out of the locker, and it
Uh,
it blows you guys back. They fly right past you, Pico, and you both take 22 points of damage.
God
And you
dang.
can see that the front of your clothes or armor is charred black, and any exposed skin in the front of your body is covered with this black substance. It's sticky, and it's not causing damage, but it is causing irritation,
Okay. I'm
which
resistant.
means that you get disadvantage on skill checks, saving throws, attacks, etc. So it's like being almost like being exhausted, but it's not causing further damage.
Okay. I am resistant to fire. Would that help me with any of the damage?
It would cut the damage in half.
Okay, so I'll only take 11, but we need to get this sticky stuff off, and I'll try to heal you, Devok. I'm
Can
sorry about that.
You're good.
can I go ahead and
22
maybe
damage it
take a
was?
look at that, fellas?
Yeah, it was 22. All right, I'm gonna heal you up a little bit.
All right. While you two are going through your healing thing, do you mind if I come and examine some of this goop on you?
Go for it.
Yeah, help us get it off.
Anyway, Galen, you needed a 15. You only got a 14. The previous roll was an 18, which is why that happened.
Yeah, these things happen. All right, bang, I think.
Pico, if you can maybe give me some of your expert guidancing.
What are you doing?
Alchemy to see if I can identify the substance and maybe find a way to take it off or nullify it or
Devok.
something?
Do I gain
Sure.
4 or 4
No.
plus my?
You get 8 plus your hit dice total.
Oh, wow, that's pretty
So
Alright.
how much are you down now?
good. 10.
That's not really enough to use cure
No,
wounds
no,
on.
we're chilling. I'm fine here.
Okay.
Alright, so Ragu, it seems to be some sort of substance which essentially causes deep exhaustion. It basically sticks to the person and will eventually cause them to fall into a deep sleep. Although that happens slowly, the first effect is basically giving you disadvantage on on your attacks and all that stuff. And it doesn't seem to be meant to kill the person. It seems to be meant to eventually put them into a deep sleep. Um, Perhaps you get the feeling that while they're in that sleep, they can't feel pain. Um, so perhaps for whatever reason, they basically want to put them into a deep sleep where they feel no pain. But
Is that the,
eventually it would deteriorate and go away on its own. But with a 27, or sorry, a 29, um, you are able to take some herbs that you have. Actually, what kind of herbs do you have? Oh, you have an
Well, I've
alchemy
got
kit.
a
Okay, yeah, you can use
yeah.
basically one of your supplies out of your alchemy kit, and you're
Okay.
given an hour, you'll be able to put together an antidote.
Okay, yeah, some sort of solvent to help get it off or something to
Yeah.
neutralize.
Um,
Okay.
Unfortunately, by the time your antidote's ready, they'll already have conked out.
is this the same thing that I got? Was that the black cylinder thing?
It looks like it might be, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now, did you guys both fail your dex saves?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
All
They're
right.
both falling
Yeah.
asleep, and I'm mixing up something to help get this stuff off as quick as I can, but we'll have to wake them up when it's ready.
All right, well, before I fall asleep, do we want to check out these lockers? Should we
Are
just
those
save
are those ones still locked?
Oh
No,
no,
those
they
lockers are actually all open. You do a quick search, but don't find anything useful. It looks like whatever was there was already removed.
all right. Come here, Devok. Let's set up a little spot.
Okay.
You
I'm
do have
gonna,
convenient couches.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna get comfy on this couch, make it a little homey.
Same.
Be kind of nice.
All right, so that means that Devok and Galen are basically occupied. Ragu is going to be making an antidote for the next hour. So Pico, that gives you an hour.
More lockers. Are these ones locked?
They just looked through those. They're not locked. They're all open, and they appear to be empty.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'll check this hallway.
So yeah, as you go down the hallway, you notice that there is a major collapse here, blocking the path.
Hmm.
You suspect there's probably more building on the other side, but there might be another way to get there.
I'm gonna go and listen carefully at these doors.
Okay, so at this door, you don't hear anything. At this door, you hear a muffled alarm sound of some sort. And at this door, you hear nothing.
Hmm. Does this door close?
If It closes automatically after a while. You press the handprint, it opens, and then after a while, if there's nobody in the way, it'll close again on its own. You can
All
press
right.
the handprint again to make it close immediately if you want.
I'll check this first upper door.
Okay, you open it up, and it opens into a room where it looks like there is a major collapse.
Look up at the ceiling.
You look up at the ceiling, and it looks like it's still blocked off, but you can see that it's much lower than you would expect.
All right, well, I'll leave that alone then and check out the third door.
Okay, you check out the third one, and it appears to be in a very similar condition.
Same deal with the ceiling?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. And there were 2 doors in here.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll pop in for the time being. Plop down on the couch as well. And all right. I checked 2 of those 3 doors in the other room. They just lead to rooms where the ceiling collapsed or something. The middle door, I hear some sort of alarm sound, so I didn't want to open that one just yet.
All right. Are you going to need me to help dig out one of those other hallways later, or do you think we'll be going back upstairs?
I think we're either going to be dealing with that door right over there, pointing towards the west door, or we're going to check out that door with the alarm. But I'm thinking
Okay.
first checking this door. I'm going to listen.
Okay, you listen, and you don't hear anything.
I'm going to try the handprint.
Okay, it opens up. And as it opens, you notice immediately notice a stark difference. The hallway, you don't see any cracks in the walls or the floor, and for some reason, the overall condition of the area seems to be much better.
Interesting. Now, out of curiosity, who was it that got gunked with that
Me and
tranquil
Debog.
or that? Both of you got the military grade NyQuil?
The coma juice. Yeah, we got that.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I'm making it for both of them. They've got one couch each. They're taking a nap.
Alright. I'm going to peek and look into this hallway.
Out
Okay.
of curiosity, Jeremy, does this count as a short rest since we are sleeping and it doesn't seem to be?
That's true. It is an hour. So yeah, and it's not. No, sorry, it's not a short rest, but it is up
yeah,
to 6 recuperations.
the hit dice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can
not
get
a
up to
short
6 hit
rest.
dice,
Okay, I'm gonna use.
or use up to 6 hit dice.
I'm gonna use one then.
Anyway,
Okay.
Pico, as you're looking down the hallway, you can see that it ends here. You can see 3 doors, and then you can see that the hall loops around to the left at the top.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and move towards the doors and listen.
Okay, you listen and you don't hear anything. Same. And same.
Alright. I'm going to listen here at the corner for a minute before peeking my head around.
You don't hear anything. You look around and you see that the hallway turns and turns.
Alright. Well, before venturing any further, I'm going to go ahead and head back over to the room. And so, alright, there's kind of a whole network of hallways over here. It extends towards the north, just kind of pointing down the door to the right, and then it kind of loops around to the left a couple of times. I think I see 2 main hallways there. I think I'm going to check that out a bit. I'm not going to mess with anything where I can hear anything. If there are any problems, I'll
All right.
run right back here.
Okay. How's about I'll send Char with you, and he can notify me if there's any problems.
All right.
That's all the further I can go because I can't.
That's fine. I'll just assume Char's with them, so don't worry about it.
All right. So I'm going to carefully come up here to this corner and listen.
You don't hear anything. Although you're struck by just how good the condition is of this area compared to where you just were.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just start over. Listen again around this corner.
Now you don't hear anything. And you see a hallway. It ends down here, and you can see 3 doors.
These doors, do they look fairly normal compared to other doors we found, or do they seem more fortified than normal?
Well, the first thing you notice is that the doors look brand new. You can see the handprints there, and they um, they look like they're practically impregnable, but that doesn't really tell you much by itself.
Yeah. But I mean, compared to the other doors, or like the ones before we got down to this point, were they all the same type of door?
Yeah, it's fairly similar. It's just that here it looks like they just came off the factory line.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and listen at these doors.
You don't hear anything. Same and same.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that for this last set.
All right, you listen to all 3 and you don't hear anything.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and return. All right. Okay, well, I went ahead and checked. There's essentially, I'm gonna just say 3 sets of hallways, each with 3 rooms off to the left. Uh, it's funny, as sparse as everything is, I kind of get a jail sort of feeling of this place, although I'm probably wrong about that. Um, is Galen actually asleep?
Yeah.
Uh,
So is Devok.
We're
all
calm.
right.
You
I
get the
don't know how
feeling
long
that
that's
you
been,
could
so-
go and start cutting them and they wouldn't notice.
Are you kidding? With what I found out about that black goo, you could probably slap them in the face and they'd never feel it.
Well, I'll check the first of the door since it's just right here, about 10 feet away. I'm going to see if this door will open.
It slides open smoothly. And on the other side, you see 3 beds, and you see a locker, and it looks like the beds are in good shape. It looks like the lockers are they're all closed, and it looks all in good shape. Um, and it's almost like somebody just woke up from here recently, although given the dust, you doubt that's true.
Without stepping in the room, looking at the wall, is there a panel or a handprint thing on the inside of the door too?
Yes.
All right. All right. It looks like this might be some sort of dormitory. If you hear any pounding on the door or I don't come back in 60 seconds, check this first door in case I locked myself in the room.
No problem. Char's with you. He can tell me to.
So I'll go ahead and go in the room. I'm going to go check the lockers.
You do so. You open it up, and you see what kind of looks like uniforms. There seems to be 3 sets of uniforms. They're all very white, and they have gloves. They have shoes. They have some sort of headgear. Um, and you notice also that there are 3 masks, and the masks have these black things at the end and tubes that seem like they would connect to something. And then you see separate from that, you see 3 fairly small metal objects like cylinders that kind of curve, and they have a head on there that looks like the tubes can stick in, and straps that look like they can be attached to something.
Oh, interesting. I guess I'll check the beds just in the off, or at least look under them or anything, and under the pillows, just make sure there's nothing interesting there.
Nothing is obvious, but you can make a perception check if you want.
Sure.
Okay, you search the beds. In one of them, in the covers, you find a simple steel band. It looks like it could be used as a ring, perhaps, but it's very plain. Um, and in another one, you find at the very bottom, underneath the sheets, a pair of socks.
All
White.
right. Huh. Well, I found some sort of uniforms. I'll bring one of them with me and show the whole assortment of gear. There seems to be some protective qualities about this stuff. I'll leave the uniform in there. I'm going to go ahead and start checking the other rooms, see if they're all the same thing. But yeah, this is starting to look like some sort of, maybe a barracks.
So yeah, what I'll go ahead and do is I'll just go ahead and open up these three here, and you can just go ahead and look. But yeah, they're basically the same. There's some differences like the number of beds or orientation, but the contents are very similar.
All right, well, given an hour, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and just kind of do a sweep and check all of these rooms.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and open them up, and you can check them out at your leisure. Um, but yeah, they are all very similar.
Yep. All right. And yeah, and I'll go ahead and do searches in all of them.
Okay, just go ahead and give me one roll, and we'll just use it for all of them.
All right, I'll give myself some expert guidance on that. Ooh, that is 26.
Okay, so each one has as many uniforms as there are beds. Um, you find a total of three of those rings. Um, you find a total of about 30 of silver coins with a square missing on the middle. Um, one of them contains some sort of book. On the book, each page seems to be smooth, and if you try to rip the pages, it doesn't work. Um, and one of them has some sort of statue, small statue, a statuette of a robed figure where the features are obscured, similar to ones you found in the past. And it seems to be made out of some sort of smooth white stone. So that'll cover your hour. So, Ragu, you have finished your antidotes. So what do you do?
Okay. I will go ahead and apply the antidote. If it's like a paste that I have to rub on, or if it's a
Yeah,
stringent that
so
wipes off the
basically you
black
basically have
stuff.
to kind of rub it and then take a cloth and kind of scrub the stuff off. Doing so will take about 15 minutes per person. So you're going to spend half an hour to do that.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to.
If Pico helps, then you can do both people in parallel.
All right, I'll help.
Okay, so
Excellent.
15 minutes passes. Um, Devok and Galen, you're groggy, but you start waking up.
Cool.
you could spend up to 6 hit dice if you haven't already, because you basically had 6 recuperates.
Yep, I already spent some.
All right, so it's been an hour and 20, an hour 20 minutes, I guess, by the time you guys wake up. So what do you guys do?
All right, what did we miss?
Um, well, if I found some sort of dormitory or barracks through this door I'm standing next to.
Hmm.
There's a total of 9 rooms, each with it looks to be about 3 beds, or on average, so it's what, room for about 27 people. They have these uniforms showing the protective suit that I left behind. Uh, Interestingly, the rooms are all very pristine, no sign of damage anywhere, unlike the rest of everything we've encountered so far. In fact, I was half tempted to just dump you guys in the bed. That's probably a little more comfortable than the couch, but didn't want to get that gook on me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now, when you said I found 3 plain steel bands, is that including or counting the one I found in the first room, or
Yeah,
in
so
addition?
there's 3 total.
Okay. So, all right. Found some miscellaneous knickknacks. Devok, do you need any white socks?
I think I'll pass. To be honest with you.
All right. Galen, would you like a skeletal Shadowkind hand?
Well, what? Why do you have that?
It was in one of the rooms down the hallway up above. I just thought it was interesting that it apparently somehow it had gotten severed from the main. Because I only found the hand, right? There wasn't any sign of a.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I only found the hand, which seemed kind of unusual.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
really
just,
weird.
yeah. So I decided that it was only appropriately weird to go ahead and take it.
I am interested in taking a peek at those uniforms you found.
Yeah, there's one right here, just pointing to the one laid out on the couch.
Uh,
They're all pretty much identical, I think, as far as I've seen.
you can
Hmm.
go ahead and roll your d8 if you want.
Yeah, let's see if I. No, I don't know anything
So
about
the
it.
uniform doesn't bring back a memory per se, but as you look at it, there's something familiar about it. You feel like you've probably worn one of these before.
Hmm. Do you mind if I take one? Maybe it'll jog my
Have at it.
memory.
I mean, I don't know. There's only
On.
27 of them or so, so we might run
Yeah,
out.
I'm gonna take a uniform and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on just to see how it feels.
It's relatively tight fitting, so if you have any armor on, you'd have to take that off first.
Yeah, I'll put the armor back on when I take this off, but yeah, I'll
Wait, do you even
stay with
wear
the armor.
armor?
I do. I have my military uniform.
Oh. Anyway, well, with you're all suited up, I've got an idea. Why don't you go ahead and come into one of these bedrooms and see if that jogs any memories?
All right, so I'm now wearing. Hold on, let me put it in my equipment.
Who knows? Maybe the fact that you're dressed the part might help jog your memory even more.
Yeah, exactly. What should I put this down as, Jeremy? Maybe like Shadowkind worker uniform?
Do you
Sure,
want to
that'll
try
work for
some more of
now
my
until you can
memory
figure out
jarring?
more what it is.
I'll just put on Shadowkind uniform.
Do you want to try some more of my memory jarring tonic?
The, oh no, I'm all right. Thank you though. That'll be all right for now. Okay, so I've put that on, and now I'm going into which one? There.
That one will do. Any of them is fine.
Okay,
This-
so you can roll a d8, except that a um, a 1 or a 2 will give you a memory.
I'm gonna roll a 3. I can feel. Oh my god! I called it.
So that it's so close. There's something you can feel it under the surface, and then it disappears.
There's something
I,
going on here, guys. I'm about
I
to
stick
get
my head in.
something.
Are you sure you don't want to try?
Dude, I don't want to trip balls in the middle of a automata infested zone. I'm just
Do
gonna
it.
run around.
Do it.
Alrighty. Okay, so what do you guys do next?
Well, given the rooms are all fairly homogeneous, we do have the door with the muffled alarm. That may not be a big deal. I just didn't want to do anything while we were occupied with
I'm gonna keep the
impromptu healthcare.
I'm gonna keep the uniform, but I'm putting back on my armor, my military armor.
So you're gonna take off the uniform, but you're gonna keep it
Yeah,
on
I'm
you.
gonna keep it. I'm gonna
Okay.
keep it in my backpack.
Fair enough.
But it's specifically this door I'm standing in front of where I can hear the muffled alarm sound.
Okay. Hey, Galen.
Yeah.
Would you like to be learning a new trick with your familiar?
I cannot hear you.
Would you like to be learning a new trick with your familiar?
Sure. What
All
do you
right.
mean?
You know how you can practice snapping your familiar in and out, yes? Click.
Huh?
What
Snapping?
you do is you concentrate, yeah. You know how you can, snap your familiar away and then snap and he comes back, yes?
Sure, yeah.
All right, you do is you stare at that door
Uh-huh.
and you concentrate on just one foot in front of the door. And then you
I see where this
snap
is
your familiar
going.
out and snap him back in there. And then tell us what he sees.
Galen, before you do that, the fact that he's asking you to do that with Piff tells me that maybe I should do this instead. I'm just going to go ahead
Okay.
and open the door.
Okay, you open the door. All right, so as you open the door, you see some debris. The hallway is covered with debris. Beyond it, you can see a door with a red handprint. However, you notice that the light is a flickering red.
And I guess I can hear the alarm noise a little
Yeah,
more
so the
clearly.
alarm noise is louder now.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cautiously move forward.
Okay.
I can send Piff in now if you want.
That's all right.
As you move forward, you see two of those objects that the cylinders that were tracking you before, but they look like they're broken. Looks like something happened to break the objects, so they are no longer, so they're not tracking you, but you get the sense that they were set up to guard the door.
Hmm.
Maybe I should take lead. These things have a tendency to not shoot me.
But these ones were broken, right?
Yes.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. No, but that
And
doesn't
you can
mean
take the
I'm
lead if you want
over.
anyway, but
I mean, I am squishy, but I feel like there's gonna be more of those things.
yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. You should let somebody tanky like me take the lead.
Yeah, that's fair, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just peek around.
Oh, there's plenty of debris in here for you, Ragu.
Yeah. Door. Can I hear anything from the door?
The alarm sounds louder on the other as you put your ear toward on the door.
I'm willing to bet the ones on the other side of that door are gonna be working.
Well, if you're going to be trying that, I guess maybe the rest of us should get out of immediate view.
Yeah, I'm gonna move Piff over to the side as well. Everybody get out of the way. You too, Devok.
Okay, sorry.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you're good.
Wait. Ah!
He's in the
He's in the
wall.
wall.
Oh, is he?
Is he?
Oh, he
No,
fell
he's
in.
not.
No, we're good.
Okay, I will cautiously open the door.
You press it, it slides all the way open,
Oh God!
And on the other side, you see several automata standing there. You see another one of those objects with the cylinder sticking out in the corner here. And you notice that as the door opens, it turns so that it is pointing right at the spot in front of the door. So what do you do?
Uh,
But it doesn't seem to have seen you yet, or anybody.
and the automata are ignoring me as
They're
well.
just standing there right now.
I'm just gonna close the door, real casual.
Okay, you're gonna close it.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna talk to these guys. All
Oh
right,
wait.
so there's about 4 automata that I can see in that room and a turret. I don't know how you guys want to play this.
Oops.
Was the turret working, or
Oh yeah,
did I
oh
hear something about it
very
being
much.
I'll
Turret is
save it.
very much at play.
Okay.
So I could try and move in with the wearing this uniform or the worker uniform and see if they're nice to me. Oh, or we just then if that doesn't work, we fight them. But I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys decide that too.
Hmm.
You can try. I've got the backup plan.
Let's think here.
Yeah, there might be a better way to go about it though. Probably, probably a much better way to go about it.
Wonder if there's anything illusionary we can try, although.
I do have minor illusion. What if I here? Let me try something. I'm opening up the door.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast a minor illusion of myself, an image of myself in this armor, standing like right in front of the door.
Okay. You do so, and nothing happens.
Interesting. What
I
do you
think
guys think?
perhaps Pico was wondering if I try.
What do you mean?
I have a Lumev hologram projector. It might be a little different than magic.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Right.
All right. So what are you doing, Devok? I mean, Regu.
I'm going to make a image of Galen in his military armor, and I'm going to go ahead and project it forward into the room and see if the turret or the automata react.
Okay. You project your hologram, and nobody does anything.
I think they react to actual real things because they definitely should have done something, right?
And as you do that, the monocle just kind of falls apart, and the pieces hit the ground, and you're no longer feeling that static electricity.
Rip
Hmm.
monocle. Sorry about that. It's unfortunate.
Hmm.
What's the move, guys? Should I try stepping in or?
You can just make sure to move real fast, or maybe
Yeah.
do you have still have your translator cube?
Yeah, of course.
Maybe you could try saying something while staying out of the room, see how they react.
Did the
Okay.
translator cube work with them, or just the crystal critters?
I think it was, I don't know.
I thought Ayer had actually learned some beep beep language, but I don't know.
Well, if the translator cube doesn't work, it doesn't work, but we can always try it. Although I guess if it's more for hearing purposes, I forget. Do they work passively, or do we have to actually activate them?
The cube?
I think they were passive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you basically activated it, and then you talked into the cube, and it came out with the translation.
Mhm.
All right, I'll try it. I'm gonna open the door and I guess talk into the cube and say, "Hello, what is the state of the emergency?"
You
Because there's
do
alarms,
so,
right?
and they ignore you, or at least they don't
Okay,
respond.
interesting. They're like, let me check my thing.
Is there anything unique about how they are dressed or anything? Are they wearing security badges or specific colors or
There's
anything?
nothing really that unique, but one thing you notice about these particular automata is they seem to be standing on some sort of um, circular objects embedded in the ground, and they're kind of just staring forward. Um, so the other automata that were moving around were not standing on anything.
They might be, well, they're standing on pedestals. They might not be active, if you know what I
Do
mean.
they look active? Are their eyes glowing and
Their
stuff?
eyes are glowing, but they're just staring forward.
Okay. Hmm. I don't know. I don't really want to get shot. Doesn't sound very fun.
Well, suppose if there's nothing else to do, I can risk it.
I can try it. No, they're definitely gonna shoot you. The question is they might not shoot me. So, if anybody's gonna step into that room, it should probably be me.
All right, just one step so we can pull you back into the doorway real quick if need be.
Yeah, in
Let's see
case
how that.
I like die
Yeah,
or something.
let's see how that turret thing
Deep
reacts to you.
breath. If there's any defensive movement or like preemptive dodge that I can be thinking about or action that I can be taking, I'm gonna be doing that.
Well,
Uh,
you can technically take the dodge action as you're moving.
I will take the dodge action as I'm moving.
Yep, fair enough.
Okay, I step in.
You step in, and nothing reacts to you.
Oh, let's go.
Well, that
Uh,
sounds a little overly confident, but guess I'll try the same thing.
let me get out
Okay,
of the way.
go ahead and make a dex save, Pico.
Yeah, I'm out of the way. I'm not standing where Pico is when he's getting shot.
All right, dex save. I don't think I have any bonuses to that, and I think I failed.
Okay,
Oh,
the you notice the as it's a blur, the motion is a blur, but you see the turret move and shoot at with incredible speed, doing 70 points of damage as it blows a hole through you.
oh my God. Okay, I'm stepping
I
in
was
front of
gonna
the
say, can
turret, and
I?
maybe he's not gonna shoot through me, and I'm gonna start moving Pico out of the way, pulling him
Okay,
out of the room.
Can
you
I
do
make a
so.
reaction to try and pull Pico out of the way?
All
No,
right,
Galen was able to do it.
I'm working on him. All right,
Okay.
first of all, let's stabilize him. Are you down to zero, Pico?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so we're gonna stabilize, and I'm gonna immediately use
Oh,
my
wrong
healing
one.
kit on him. That's terrible. 2, 4, so 6 plus your hit dice total back immediately.
Wait, how much did you say?
Uh,
Six plus
6,
nine is
6 plus
15.
your 6 plus your hit die total.
Oh, 9, so 15.
Okay, and then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level 2,
Wait, whoa, hold on.
and that should be a 6 actually.
Well, no, hold on.
Too late, I did it.
Well, I
Fine.
was like waving off, like, no, hold on, let me. Uh,
I'm still doing it. It's that, and
all
that
right.
bottom 5 is a 6, so it's 8. You can do whatever you want now. I'll stop for a second if you really want me to.
The magic kicks in, and the holes that were burned through Pico are now closed.
Okay. Good. And I have to do that. I'm sorry. It's part of my role playing. I need to bring it out more. One of my flaws is I don't ask people if they need healing. I just do it.
So Pico is laying on the ground. He's smoking, but alive. Um, You notice that nothing reacted when Galen was in the room, but the reaction was immediate as soon as Pico went into the room.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Pico, you got some more of those little berries?
Yes, that's why I was trying to get Galen to stop healing me.
Well,
Well, eats the berries. I'm sure he's got more healing to.
yeah. If it makes you feel better, I did use a warlock slot for it, so it won't be as big a deal as a real big boy slot. I'm gonna inspect the room by myself if you guys don't mind, and if Pico's gonna be all right.
I
Okay.
would suggest trying to find an off button for that turret
Yeah,
thingy.
that's what I'm thinking. Um,
So you enter, and the turret kind of turns back into its original position, and it seems to be
okay.
ignoring you.
Yeah, it doesn't really want anything to do with me, which is just how I like it. Any switches nearby here or anything that I see around the room might be
Nothing
able to
that
dispel
is
this.
obvious, but you can make a perception check if you want.
Okay, I will. Uh,
You look around, you don't see any switches or levers or anything like that.
okay,
You
the
do, however,
automata.
see multiple doors, including a large door at the end.
Yeah, I'm gonna just move through the room and check it out over here. There's a big door. All right, I'm gonna start opening these small doors.
Okay, so you open up the first door, and
Hmm.
it opens. You can see several lockers. Um, It looks like the lockers are they're not locked. Some of them are opened. You see metal debris in the corners as well. And from the open lockers, you can see that there is some sort of uh, it's almost like a half staff, but it's got a handle sticking out perpendicularly,
Uh,
and they're colored black. Um, you also see what look like more uniforms.
okay, I'm gonna leave the uniform since I already have one, but I'll take that weird half staff. I'm gonna take this to our resident tinker really quickly. I'm just gonna drop this half staff for you, Ragu. Why don't you inspect it while I check the next rooms?
But just so you get a vision of what it is, you
Hmm.
know those, basically what police use. They
Oh,
have
it's
the
like a
handle
baton.
on there, and
Got
all
it.
that. Yeah, that's what it
Okay.
looks like.
Okay, interesting. Still, I'm gonna drop it off with him because he'll be able to know what it is better than I will. Let's
Okay.
open this next door.
Okay, you open it up, and
Ooh.
inside you see large stuffed bags made out of some material you're not familiar with. They
Okay,
are. It's basically a very. This feels like a very thick material, very dark and green, and you can see the bright stripes on there as well. Whatever's inside of the bag feels fairly solid, but the bags are all closed.
okay, let's open one up. What's inside this bag?
Okay, you go to untie it, and eventually you get it open, and it appears to be something that's kind of that looks something like wood, but it's kind of curved and rolled around itself. It feels solid, um, and it feels like you can't tear or break it very easily, but it's also flexible.
Weird. Okay. Can I take like one of these rolls?
Um, it would,
Are they heavy?
yeah, they're pretty heavy, and you would guess that one of these rolls is probably 10 feet long
Okay.
and like 10 feet wide.
Yeah.
They're fairly large. That's why the
I'm,
bags are so big.
yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it then. Okay. Interesting. Next room. Move past these automata. This bottom one.
Okay.
I can't stand in the thing.
You look into the room and you see what look exactly like the healing apparatus that you have at your apartment.
Oh,
And you're pretty sure it works the same.
okay. So I could probably heal. There's two of them. That's awesome. I could probably heal a bunch of people here if we
It takes an
turned off
hour,
these.
but
Yeah.
putting somebody in there and working it would basically heal them up to full.
Sweet. So I'll mentally note that. All right. Let's move to this one.
Okay. You see more lockers and debris, and inside you see more of the staves. You see more of the uniforms.
Yep. Pretty casual. Let's do this last door.
All right, and inside you see another screen, and you probably have to step in to see more.
Okay. I definitely will.
There you
Oh,
go. You
cool.
see more of those medical beds.
So this is going to be really useful for healing people. Let's finally do the big boy.
Okay, and it slides open, and the alarm is really loud in here.
Yeah.
You see multiple tables with chairs, more lockers, and you also see many, many, many screens.
That's so many
And
screens.
but most of them are filled with static. Um, but this screen stands out in that you see various different symbols that are stable and various buttons. Um, Go ahead, because you had studied the language to a degree, so go ahead and make a language roll to see if you can make out anything useful.
What would that language role entail?
Um, Possibly history or an intelligence.
Okay. I will do. I'll do history, I guess.
Okay.
Oh no.
So you're looking at it, and it looks like some of it should be recognizable, but at least by a quick glance, you're unable to think of anything. However, you get the feeling that if you were to spend a good hour here looking at it, you could probably figure something out.
Okay, I'm gonna leave my character here, but essentially in game terms, I'm gonna go tell the others that I'm gonna study this for a little while and see if I can turn off the alarm, and maybe that means they can come in.
Okay. So what do you guys say?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start
Okay.
studying
So you
this then.
start doing that for an hour. So while Galen is looking around, he tells you that he's going to be busy for an hour. So what's everybody else going to do, if anything, during that hour?
I can go ahead and inspect that object you gave me.
Sorry, say that again.
I can go ahead and inspect that object you gave me.
Inspect the said.
On, I gave him the baton.
The
Oh, the
object,
baton.
Yeah.
Okay,
baton.
yeah. Okay, yeah. You look at it, and you're a warrior, so or fighter, so you're familiar with multiple different weapons. Are you familiar with any staff weapons?
Yes, I am. I
Okay,
have
so
all martial and simple weapons.
cool. So yeah, you're able to swing it around and kind of figure out how it works. Um, so it gives you it. You figure out basically how to use it. Let me go ahead and look at what a staff weapon would do. Yeah. Okay, so it's a D6 bludgeoning weapon. It's versatile. It's Yeah, it can be used at normal range, like you would a sword, but it can also be used in close range, like a dagger or something like that. So it's a versatile staff weapon essentially. All right. So, Galen,
Okay.
the hour passes, and you're able to figure out that this thing lists several options. The first thing you notice is that the area you're in, at least according to the display, is apparently security control. Um, and apparently, security control is accessed through Area A. Um, Not that that really means anything to you.
Yeah.
And then next, it tells you that the the alarm is going off, and apparently it has been going off for hundreds of years because of the invasion. It also tells you that automated repair systems and security systems are active, and apparently, for the last several hundred years, the facility has been slowly being repaired. Um, Although obviously it still has a long way to go.
Hmm.
And then finally, you're given multiple options. You
Yeah.
can disable or enable the repair functionality. You
Yep.
can sorry, it's enabled now. You can disable it. Security, automated security is currently enabled. You can disable it. Um, and it tells you that there's a third option, but it tells you that the Area B um, passageway cannot be unlocked because the connection has been destroyed. So what do you do?
Interesting. I'm totally gonna leave the repairing function alone. I want that to keep going. Maybe they can repair the connection to Area B, whatever that is, and we can explore that. I am going to turn off the automated defenses for now.
Okay, you turn off automated defenses, and you hear everybody hears a voice. It speaks in a language you don't understand. But Galen, you recognize what it's saying. It says automated security disabled.
Cool.
Does the translation cube work to recognize that?
No, it doesn't seem like the translation cube works for this language.
Okay, I'll run back. All right, everybody, I turned it off. You should come in and inspect these rooms. I'm gonna keep working in the security room for a second. Is there any way I can tell from the security room about how long it's gonna take before the connection to Area B is repaired through this repair function, or if I can like prioritize it in any way?
Fair enough. So you go ahead and give me probably an intelligence check, unless you have a valid skill.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But I'll make an intelligence check. Unfortunate.
You go
Um,
start poking through the options, but unfortunately, your grasp of the language isn't enough for most of them to make any sense.
okay.
Although you do find one thing interesting, and there's something about um, an AI and the power area, but you're unable to make out anymore.
Sorry, what was that?
Something about an AI, a helper
Uh-huh.
AI, and the power area.
Okay, interesting.
But that's all you're able to make out from the massive options and
AI
whatnot.
in the power area. All right, I'll tell everybody what I've heard about that.
Okay, so what's everybody doing?
Um, hmm.
Not entirely sure. We didn't understand, so we don't know that it's safe yet. We didn't know the
Say that
language.
again, Ragu. I can't hear you.
I said we didn't understand the message, so we don't know that it's safe yet.
Galen, I thought you.
I yeah, I ran back and told them.
He said he ran
Oh,
back and told you guys before going back to the security area.
oh.
So
In
you
that
guys know
case, I
now,
will go ahead. I
or
will
at
go ahead
least
and
you've been
step.
told so.
Cool.
Yeah. I will
Okay,
go a few
Ragu,
steps
you
forward.
step in and nothing happens.
What happened to me?
Well, other than
I'm not-
apparently
than
getting stuck
apparently
in walls.
in walls.
Same.
Stop. There you go.
Okay.
Hard to navigate sometimes.
Hmm.
These walls are treacherous. But
Yep.
so these beds, guys, and these rooms I can use to heal you up to full if we get really hurt at any point.
How
How
many?
are you doing there, Pico?
Also, I haven't checked the
Oh,
the
okay. Yeah, you
lockers in
you
this
open up
room.
the lockers. These lockers are empty. You
Hmm.
also notice there's nothing on the tables.
Interesting. Okay. So, oh yeah, guys, there's also something about this Area B and a connection to it. I don't know where that is, but I've left the repair function on for this facility, so hopefully that'll get repaired eventually if we can find out what or where that is.
Cool.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
try and look it up. Do we have a map here?
Then I can open the connector, something like that.
All right. So what do you guys do?
While they're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and see how Fire Lily and the Shadow Kind Lady are doing.
Okay. So you contact Fire Lily, and he says the Shadow Kind is still unconscious. Nothing has bothered the wagon yet, and so far everything seems fine.
All right, I'll go ahead and relay what we're encountering here and return back to business.
Okay.
Alright. You want to help me do some scavenging? You said yourself there was some pretty big piles of stuff here to be looking through.
I suppose. Where were you planning on searching?
Well, there was this room here, but I haven't really looked at the other rooms to see if there's a lot of neat stuff in there.
Yeah, there's plenty of debris in here. We can start in this area.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. All right.
So that, yeah. That
Okay. So you find a small cylinder, and it's completely white, and it has a bunch of wires coming off of it, and some sort of gizmo at the bottom with possibly a lever. So go ahead and make a scavenging roll to see if you can make heads or tails of it.
Alrighty.
Okay. So you find a white cylinder. This generates a freezing burst, which deals 2d6 damage to adjacent hexes. Sorry. Which, if 2d6 damage to adjacent hexes. If it's a creature, they can make a DC 15 Dex save to only take half, and then any creature that takes full damage has their speed reduced by 10 for 1 minute, and it breaks on a 1 on a d6. And you get that sense of static electricity again, and feel like you're back to your limit.
Okay. So I've got a heat cylinder and a cold cylinder.
And obviously, that effect also occurs in the hex it's in, so it's basically an area affecting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty useful.
You can also like, in order to avoid getting hit by it yourself, you can like press or pull the lever and throw it, and then wherever it lands, it'll do the effect. You'll just have to make a ranged attack roll to hit where you want. But I mean, it's a hex, so it's pretty easy.
Okay.
So yeah, DC 10 ranged attack to throw. All right, so that takes you 10 minutes, and Galen spent he spent some more time looking at or trying to figure out more of the screens, and then searching the lockers. Pico, you helped Ragu, obviously. Um, oh, or you gave him expert guidance. All right, so anybody else doing anything during that process? If not, 10 minutes passes, so what do you guys do next?
I don't know. This seems to be kind of a dead end, so we can go look somewhere else.
Did we already search all of these cabinets up here?
Yeah, I searched pretty much all of the cabinets. Not thoroughly, but I did a quick peek through.
Okay. And yeah, maybe we go another direction. Let's see.
Well, if you guys have searched through there thoroughly, I think the only thing remaining is upstairs where that big old crystal cluster was.
Yeah.
Maybe Galen would want to check that out.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
The
All right, if
situation
you guys
upstairs may
stack
have
up, I'll
changed
move
when you
everybody
turned
up.
off.
Yeah, there you go, there you go, there you go.
Hold on. Yeah, let me pull Pip. Okay, thanks.
And then I will move everybody. All right, so everybody should see the top of the map now. So what do you guys do?
Take me to the crystal.
Let's go out the door and turn left.
Oh. Oh yeah, huh? So these guys, how do they look? Are they
They're just standing
down?
there, and the turrets aren't moving.
I'm gonna take a peek in.
So
Nobody's
you
trying to
peek, you
murder
go
me?
in, and nothing happens.
Alright guys, I think it's clean.
Or what happened last time you said that?
Well, I didn't say it was clean. I said they weren't attacking me, which was true.
Okay. So what you see is you see three large double doors. However, there are no handprints next to them. You also see these two screens have what look to be coherent symbols. Um, you see these glowing panels over here as well, and to the south, you see a panel next to you, Galen, next to
Mhm.
some machine, another panel with tubes going into the side, and you can see the area you're in now, Galen, is at a lower level, which is why you have these stairs leading down.
Yep.
You also see these giant white crystals, which you've seen one or two of these power facility in the past. In addition to all of the white crystals, which all seem to be brimming with energy, you have the central blue crystal, which seems to be even more full of energy. And you see these metal arms kind of sticking into the blue crystals. And these metal arms are high up in the air, and then you see basically poles and wires running down the poles into the ground.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to decipher some of the stuff in this room, starting, I think, with the screen next to me.
Okay, so go ahead and make an intelligence check. And while you're doing that, actually, or a history check will work as well. And while you're doing that, Devok, Ragu, and Pico, what are you guys doing?
Could I get some expert guidance? Well, I guess we can decide that after.
Check.
I guess I'll
No, don't. It's not.
warily move. Ooh.
That was a bad roll.
Okay, as you step into the room, nothing happens.
You sure this is safe?
Yeah, totally. I turned off the thing.
I'll go over to Galen. Actually, let me see if that's a touch spell. It is touch. Okay, well, I'll bolt over to Galen, cast expert guidance.
So you cast expert guidance, and as you do so, you feel the energy being ripped out of you and get absorbed by the crystals.
Okay, so no guidance or magic. Okay, I can't really understand this screen, but maybe that's just because I need to understand what's going on with the other things to understand this screen. So, can I start trying to decipher some of the stuff on these
As you walk up to those screens, you hear a kind of garbled voice that you have difficulty understanding. But you do understand one word, and it says "talk."
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, can you understand my language?
Yes.
Oh, look at this. Hey guys, this screen talks.
So who are you?
My name's Galen. Kind of an explorer, I guess you would call me.
You are one of the masters.
Yeah, I guess so.
And who are you?
Shadowkind.
You
I am Devok.
who are robed and have strange facial features.
I am Devok.
What are you, Devok? You are not of this world.
I am of this world. I am a Sudaga.
You are not of this world. This world.
I call out, yeah, Devok, technically you're of the other world.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm technically not part of this world. You're right.
So how did you get here?
We took portals. You might know something about them. I'm not sure. I think as masters, quote unquote, my people made them to cross over into other worlds, and we came in through those.
So are you part of the attack?
I don't know. I kind of have
The answer is
amnesia.
no.
I mean, the answer
Did
is
you
I don't
attack
know.
anything?
I didn't attack anything that I know of.
Good enough.
What is that furry thing that hides in the doorway?
It's Pico. He'll grow on you. Don't worry about him.
What is he? He is not of this world.
No, he's Tabaxi. He's from the world that I came from through the portal.
Yes.
Technically, you came from this world, Galen.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. I came from this world, then our people got lost. The automata got lost and the other world. I think some crazy stuff happened. I was actually hoping you would be able to help me with that, but it seems you're as in the dark as I am.
I think I've. Oh, this is probably against my better judgment. I'm gonna go ahead and try and cast prestidigitation from here to create a little trinket that looks like a Kylon.
You do so, and your illusion is over on this side, right? Of the door?
Well, it would be something, a little physical object in my hand.
Okay, yeah, so if you're on this side of the door, you do so and it works.
All right, well, now that I've summoned this object, it's only going to last for about 12 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and rush over here and hold this out. And do you recognize creatures that look like this?
Yes. Those
Well,
those creatures are the ones that attacked.
Oh,
Masters created a weapon.
well, they attacked the world that the rest of us are from as well. And yeah, so we're actually seeking a way to defeat the Kylon before they can destroy our world as well.
You seek the weapon research,
I
correct?
guess so.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
why not? It might help.
I do not have access.
Hmm.
However, I may be able to help.
Okay.
Hey,
I,
who are you anyways?
Yeah, who created you? Also, is there anything that you can tell me about myself and the the race of the masters? Because like I said, I kind of forgot everything. I think when we set off the weapon, some crazy stuff happened.
I do. Memories are incomplete.
Hmm.
However, I
So,
am the caretaker of this place in the absence of your kind. I have
awesome.
been programmed to run the machines and the defenses that you so kindly disabled.
Sorry. They were being mean to my friends because they didn't know who they were. So I had
If
to.
more if more attackers come, we may be doomed.
I can turn
Well,
them back on if you promise to make some switches in their programming so they won't attack my friends. Is there any way we can like greenlist them?
Mm, I will work on it.
Okay, because if you can get them greenlisted, I'll be more than happy to turn the defenses back on.
In the meantime, I will help.
Cool,
And
thank
you
you.
see the screen suddenly blank out, and then something is displayed.
Hmm.
If you hover
Oh
over
boy.
that and you click the hourglass, you'll get a bigger version, which you'll need to do to see it.
Uh-huh.
This may help. I believe you
Yeah.
seek the weapon research.
Okay.
Do you guys all see the image?
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, so
So where are we now?
I think the one that says here. The middle picture, it says entrance, and near the bottom is power. There's a word that says here. I think that's where we are right now.
I don't
Um,
see here. Where is that?
see the one that the block that says power right above entrance? In the corner of it, it says here.
Oh, got it. Okay. So we have to go into the next room, which will give us hub access. Okay, and then we can go over. Actually, we might also want to see if we can get into area C so that we can just go straight to area B and E and access control. It might be useful to get this place fully explored, and also we could maybe try and get it up and running again and have some sort of friendly base that we could return to when we come back.
Yeah. I've got a few questions. One, I guess, for this AI. What are these experiments? Experiment 01AC and 02A0?
Accessing. Information is blocked.
Hmm.
Experiments specifics are unknown, but experiments were attempts to to create super soldiers to protect the facility.
Interesting. Okay, so we might want to check those out. Hey, computer thing. If or friend, do you have a name? What
I
can we
am
call you?
simply the caretaker.
Okay, I'll call you caretaker, I guess. Do you know if
Better than Skynet.
do you know if I go to the room labeled access control, if I could give you access to the full reaches of this facility?
Unknown, though I believe that access control is required for control center, which is required for hub control.
Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Another question, not immediately related to the mission, but so do you have any knowledge of why the Shadow Kind or the Masters um, are in these sarcophagus type things? These things that were sealed in and are sleeping?
Accessing. According to what information I have access to, they were placed into a cold sleep because the weapon would wipe out all Shadowkind on the planet. So they entered cold sleep to protect themselves and wake up in the future after the weapon had been fired.
Ooh.
I think
That
somebody
is
forgot to set the alarm.
accessing. The the Omega faction was against the destruction of all Shadowkind on the planet and attacked the facility and tried to destroy the weapon.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, well, one of the things we'd like to do is essentially bring back the Masters. Is there any information about how we can do that as we locate them?
Was the weapon ever actually launched?
Yeah, very clearly it was launched.
Accessing. The cold sleep the process can be reversed and the people inside revived, assuming you go through the simple 13-step procedure. The
Uh-huh.
procedure requires precise calibration. A PhD in cold sleep technology is recommended.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And where are you, Ragu? Oh, you're hiding out way over there. Um, uh, do you approach, or are you yelling your question across the room?
Oh, I didn't mean to yell, but yeah, I would state it loudly. I've got a pretty carrying voice.
And then you hear, "Please approach, tall one."
Surprised the computer did not ask about me. I look like a giant silver robot.
I mean, he's probably seeing a lot of new things today, so.
Maybe that's why he
Why not?
didn't ask about you. He thinks you're just some weird automata.
Tall one, speak. What was your question?
Was the weapon actually launched, or did this Omega faction actually stop it from being launched? I
The
mean, is this
weapon,
the weapon against the Kylon we're looking for?
the Omega faction was misinformed. The weapon is not here. The weapon
Oh,
was launched, even after the facility was mostly destroyed. The weapon is information inaccessible.
interesting. That's a cool.
What does the weapon do that putting the masters in stasis would protect them, but not putting them in stasis would kill them?
Accessing. Information inaccessible.
Dude, we gotta get him more, like, privileges.
Yep.
Can we, like, run him an administrator or something?
Run some pseudo commands.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta get him better.
Well, I would agree. Do you have the ability to lock the entrance?
Yes.
Could you do that right now, just in case?
Locking the entrance. You hear this crunching and grinding sound, and then a thud coming from the south. And then it ends.
All right. Do you have any way of monitoring the entrance to determine if anybody shows up?
The entrance is being monitored now.
Okay. That should help make up for the defenses being disabled. If there are any problems, we can rush back and enable the defenses. But based on the current nature of any potential threats, it would probably be small scale enough that a sufficiently secured door should do it. All right. Yeah, I'm having trouble thinking of any other questions at the moment, other than perhaps a recommended order of operations for getting things fixed.
If the weapon was not here, where was it?
Sorry, Ragu, did you say something?
Said if the weapon was not here, where was it?
Accessing. That information is inaccessible.
Actually, I do have another question now that I think about it. The weapon, is it consumable, kind of like a grenade, or is it something that is reusable?
The weapon is a facility that information is inaccessible.
All right. Well, all right. Anybody else got anything for this computer?
Not at the
The
moment.
caretaker?
I'm sure there's a key question we're missing.
Containment breaches and waste disposal. Structural integrity issues and areas
Was
A,
it
B,
able to
C.
figure out whether or not it could greenlight us, or we're just going to keep the security off?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's had a few minutes to process that. We don't know how long it'll take.
So are you asking a question?
Caretaker, are you able to grant us access so that we can turn on the defenses safely?
Processing. Unknown. Please wait.
Well, I've only been shot once today, so.
Recommended action. Continue with defenses disabled.
Sounds about right.
What did you have to do to disable the defenses, Galen?
I just like pushed a button. It was over in the security control room next to area A.
Was there anything in that room that might cause problems for Piff?
I mean, outside the room, there were a bunch of things, but probably not, since I
As long
turned
as it's
off the
not in there.
defenses.
Well, what if we leave Piff in the room, and if you give the command, then Piff can re-enable the defenses.
Mhm.
Also,
And then you can just piff back to you without having to get past anything.
exactly. So this leaves one last thing then. So caretaker, if you detect intruders at the entrance, are you able to set off an alert that we can hear through this entire place?
Yes. Are you looking for future intruders yourselves or intruders that have already been here?
Probably future intruders, unless you've detected any intruders within the last, I don't know, few weeks.
Searching. Yes. Approximately 3 weeks ago, there was an unknown automata that entered the facility. The automata, searching, the automata was able to find weapon records, searching, and after finding weapon records, he reset systems and retreated.
Interesting.
Did he delete weapon records or just access them?
The automata came alone.
I wonder if it's that cheery one from that one from the Walpurgin.
Would you like to see video?
Yes, please.
It shows you a video of an automata coming in, and he's whistling a tune as he comes in, and you see a glimpse of his face as he passes by one of the sensors, and you do recognize him from the Walpurgin.
Damn it. Yep, that one is definitely an intruder. All right. You said that was 3 weeks ago. All right. And, well, we've seen them since then, so we know they're not still here. Okay, so here's my recommendation. If any additional intruders show up, I mean, starting from this point, anybody who's not already in here, if anybody new tries to show up, if you could set off an alarm through this entire facility, can you customize what the alarm sounds like?
Please give me your authorization code for changing alarm settings.
Oh, I got this. Hold on. 1 second. Authorization code. I have that.
I have that is not correct.
No. Sorry, you never told me what the actual code was, but I remember I got the authorization code from studying the language for the
Oh, okay.
other facility.
Fair enough. It's like authorization accepted.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't ever learn what the actual numbers and letters were, but
Now, can the alert be an actual voice message, or does it have to be some sort of noise?
Mm, any anything that can be recorded in a 24-bit audio waveform running at 44.1 kilohertz will be accessible.
Hmm. Um, how about welcome new guests?
Okay, it has been done.
All right, so Galen, if we hear welcome new guests, then we know we need to get the defenses up online. So the idea would be that most of us would need to get out of sight pronto, and then you can have Piff trigger the trigger the defense system.
okay. I'm going to send Piff away then to the security room where they will stay invisible.
Okay.
All right.
So recommended courses of action: gain access to access control, enable control center. From control center, enable hub access. From
Okay.
hub access, control direction to weapon research.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
Well, let's
Note
start it out.
containment breach in experiment 02A0 and waste disposal, and experiment 01AC and waste disposal.
Okay, noted.
Not a surprise.
Security breach.
How long will it take to repair this facility at the current speed that you're going?
Calculating. Floors B2 through B7 are still in poor shape. Floors 3 through 40 still in poor shape. Calculating. 837.37772 years.
Okay, cool.
Either you guys are really inefficient or there was a lot of damage done.
We nuked this place. We nuked the entire planet. So
That is
Oh, yeah.
incorrect. The
Sorry.
Omega faction nuked the city.
Got it. Okay,
The
thank you.
Shadowkind did not, in general, nuke the planet. The planet is in moderate condition.
Moderate.
There are anomalies, however. The the Black Sea, the stone forests, the 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 inaccessible.
Okay, cool.
Uh, are those anomalies caused by the Omega faction?
The anomalies are a combination of the interactions of the weapons of the Omega faction and the weapon that destroyed the 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 the
Was it the thing I showed you
yes.
before? We call them Kylon. I don't know what you called them here, but if you call them Kylon, we'll know what you mean.
Adding entry Kylon.
Cool.
Oh, which actually, maybe that's something else. We've encountered 4 varieties of Kylon. I'm going to have to run back and forth here for a moment. But so far, we've encountered what we know as Kylon hatchlings, Kylon young, Kylon adolescents, and Kylon adults. Oh, and then there are the eggs that they're from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run out of the room, create a figure of an egg, come back and say, this is what a Kylon egg looks like. Then I'm going to run back, make a little figurine of a hatchling. This is what a hatchling looks like, and then repeat that process. Here's a young, adolescent, and adult, and ask if these represent all of the Kylon stages that it is aware of.
No, it does not.
I am not surprised. What additional stages are there?
There are 2 stages of increased size and mass that are capable of destroying large swaths of land of forest. There is an additional stage that is capable of flight. That is
Oh, oh God.
approximately 37 feet from head to foot, not counting additional appendages.
Additional appendages. Can you show an image on the screen of what these 2 different uh, uh stages look like?
So
And also, yeah,
yeah,
tell
so
us what they do.
it actually shows 3 images.
Oh God.
One is of something that looks like an adult Kylon, but roughly the size of an elephant.
Uh-huh.
Then one that looks more or less like an adult Kylon, but with more arms and legs. That is about twice the size of an elephant. And then one that looks a lot like a dragon, a Kylon dragon mix.
Wonderful.
All right, I'm gonna try and commit those to memory so that I can create
Yeah,
illusions
can we
of
try
them
and
later.
let's just try and draw them? Or yeah, you're right, we can do minor images of them or something, or
Yeah, well,
prestidigitation.
drawing's probably not a bad backup, but I wanted to make sure that you know, at least do the magic thing too. So
Yeah, totally.
As they consume life energy, a few Kylon evolve into these additional stages.
Hmm.
did the Omega faction use the Kylon as weapon, or were the Kylon unrelated?
The Kylon are the enemy of all masters.
Okay. Do you know the origin of the Kylon?
Searching. Records state that there is a species of ant-like humanoids that once invaded several worlds. One of those worlds, it is believed, is an artificial world that connects other worlds. These creatures were repelled from some of those worlds and created the Kylon to destroy them.
Wait, say that
Wonderful.
last part again.
Which part?
Right after the artificial world.
Yes, the humanoid ant-like creatures created the Kylon to destroy these other worlds, so that they can come in and take the remnants and record them.
And record them?
Yes, only recordings of life can exist in their view.
You mentioned an artificial world. That brings a question. Could you show us, what this artificial world looks like or can describe it?
Accessing. I have no interior images of the world, but I can show you exterior images. Would that suffice?
Sure.
So you see on the screen, you see this black field where you can see stars behind it, and in the distance you can see something that some bright glowing circular object that is bleeding light, and you see this massive cylindrical object, um, and you see this cylindrical object sticking. Part of it's rotating and part of it's stationary, and it's sticking into this large asteroid, and then it disappears into the asteroid. The object is reflective and made out of metal, and on the front end, you see what looks like spires and almost something that almost looks like a city, although it's the view's too distant to make out details.
Huh. So definitely not a planet.
The
Weird.
the artificial world is strange and far beyond our technology. It appears much bigger on the inside than on the outside, but unknown how that is possible.
Well, part of the reason I ask is the world that most of us came from is very different than the world here. Um, and by that I mean, shoot. Do you have the ability to look from areas other than in this room?
You wish to see this planet?
Um, Actually, that would be interesting. But I wanted to be able to show you the world that we're from, and that's hard to do from in this room because the ability I can use to show you the world the energy is getting absorbed by the crystals there.
Oh, you are asking if I can see in other locations in the facility.
Yes.
I can see everywhere in the facility.
Oh, perfect. In that case, actually, can you talk through the whole facility, or do we have to be in this room to talk to you?
Audio capabilities are limited to this room at this time.
All right, well, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and step out of the room, and I'm going to create an illusion just showing the world that we're from, specifically showing you the sun and the two moons that we have. So I'll be right back. So I'm going to go ahead and step out here, and guess I'm going to kind of look around and see if there's anything I can see that would seem like it's looking at me. But I'm going to go ahead and cast Minor Illusion, and I'm going to kind of just show a shot kind of in the distance, so where you can see the sky, so you can see the sun, you can see the moon structure things, and then also just see some of the representative terrain. In fact, actually, I think I'll show it a view that shows the oh geez, suddenly forgetting, but basically the wall where the anomaly is. I'm
Okay,
going to go ahead and have a view that shows that, and in fact, with the anomaly door in there.
fair enough. And then he says, yes, that is the artificial world. It is known as N372B.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, for us, we know it as the Nexus.
There is a there is a space-time connection from here to from here to such a place. It was closed for calculating. Exact time unknown, but certainly more than 1,000 years.
Would it maybe be in the ballpark of 1,328 years?
That is a plausible guess.
Yeah.
Well, my understanding was is that these whatever the term was you used, but basically the ability to travel between this world and the Nexus was sealed off 1,328 years ago, and approximately 10 years ago, the yeah, approximately 10 years ago, the the seal that blocked that ended up being removed, which allowed the portal to start working again, although it didn't open immediately. I think it was just 2 years ago that the portal to this world opened up. During the 10 years, other portals to other worlds have opened up, but it appears that the Kylon had ransacked those ones already.
Calculating. Probability high that the Nexus, as you call it, is targeted for invasion.
That's pretty much why they sealed it off, and that's why we're looking for the weapon to try to stop the Kylon's invasion entirely.
Calculating. It is our belief that the Kylon is the first stage of the invasion.
What are the other stages?
The ant-like creatures, the ant-like humanoid creatures, will follow the Kylon. They will record any remaining life and then eradicate it.
Hmm.
Out of curiosity, what do these ant-like creatures look like? Can you display that?
It shows you a picture. Yeah, it looks essentially like ant. Basically, imagine an ant humanoid hybrid, except that you can see that they are augmented with technology. Essentially, they have like cyborg elements, and one of the things the picture shows you is just a mass of them. And he says these creatures, they come in large numbers. They believe that they are the only creatures that should exist in all universes, and all other life should be recorded.
Hmm.
Out of curiosity, why does if the Nexus is an artificial world, why does it exist? How did it get created?
Mm,
Or why would somebody create something like that?
Calculating. There was a solar system with a race of beings that had great ambitions. It is our little what little information we have suggests that they created artificial habitats, but found something interesting, a way to create more space inside than outside, a way of warping space and time far beyond our technology.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, a bunch of equations start scrolling by the screen, and it says this is our crude understanding of the process, or at least the theory, and it was just total gibberish to you guys.
Awesome.
So, I guess one other question then, are the natural worlds more like this one?
Yes, natural worlds tend to be spheroids.
Well, I guess it's kind of hard to tell when you're just walking around on one, but noticing that the sun is round in the sky, that's normal then, correct? As opposed to
Yes,
this very long line that.
in your world, the sun, as you call it, is artificial, as are the moons and stars.
Alrighty.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Interesting that it's apparently bigger on the inside than the outside, or at least seems that way.
Mm-hmm.
Actually makes me wonder what the difference is. Do you know how big the artificial world would be on the outside?
On the outside, calculating, the diameter is 500 miles. The length is 1,000 miles. On the inside, the diameter is several times that, and the length is calculating, appears to be infinite.
Okay, that's wild.
Wow.
Very interesting.
That is wild.
Accessing, it appears to only partially exist in its host universe.
Hmm. Um, Out of curiosity, so you know how many portals exist? So okay, so in order to get from the Nexus to here, we had to go through a portal. So portal on each end. Do you know if there are other such connections between the Nexus and here, or if there are other connections between this world and other worlds that bypass the Nexus?
There are connections to other worlds, although accessing location unknown. That information has been erased. There is one connection between this world and the Nexus.
Um, if somebody were to establish a connection like that in secrecy, is that even possible, or would you definitely know?
The power requirements are immense. There would be very few who wouldn't know, I believe.
Okay, well, that's definitely handy to know.
Yeah.
Well, Granted, I think I could spend all day asking questions here. But maybe we should actually get this up and running, or get things fixed here. Although I do find myself having a really, really major concern now, thinking about this. Because if the Shadow Kind had to be put in stasis to survive the weapon, uh, what are the odds that we're actually going to be able to deploy this weapon? I mean, we don't have the ability to put people in stasis. So, unless there's something different about the Shadow Kind or this world versus the Nexus, I mean, we need to find out anyway, but this is just something to think about because, you know, Jared, for instance, certainly wouldn't like to hear of a weapon that works like that.
No, he would not. But yeah, I mean,
The
since they're already in the Nexus,
the research on the weapon and extensions continued by another artificial intelligence after the weapon was deployed, but not here.
Well, I guess we can hope then that some sort of new and improved version was developed. But I guess even an imperfect weapon's better than nothing.
okay. Well, yeah, I mean, if there was another thing working on it, then it had 1,300 years to get something better.
All right. Well, looking over this map here, which I'm going to go ahead and draw out in one of the notebooks I got.
Okay.
It looks like, okay, if we're in the power section, it looks like first we're going to want to try to get to area C, which we're actually able to get to the, yeah, because area A, yeah, because that X I think represents the big collapse. So, it looks like, yeah, we'll probably want to try to go north out of this room to get to the hub access area, and then try to go towards the west to get to area C, to get to area B, to get to access control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So perhaps we should get moving. But Caretaker, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and we'll try and get things fixed here.
Acknowledged. It is unlikely that you will have any success accelerating repairs. However, gaining access to weapon research will at least allow you to gain the knowledge that you seek. And when you return, especially if it is after 937 years, then you will see this facility operating at full capabilities.
Not sure we're gonna quite last that long, but we'd love to help out any way we can.
Well, if I've got nothing on my schedule at that point, I'd be happy to stop by.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, me too.
As you listen to him, it occurs to you that its concept of time is a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides, Galen, you've got those stasis beds, apparently, or whatever they're calling them. You could take a nap and check it all out later. You just gotta help save the world or the universe. It's starting to sound like the scope of this is getting a lot bigger than
Yeah, just
originally expected. In fact,
Yeah.
these ant-like creatures definitely sound like cause for concern. But of course, if they lead with
seriously.
Kylon, uh,
Not.
all right. Well, let's go ahead and move on before we start swapping stories with the caretaker here. and we'll just listen out for the. Let's see, what was the alarm I set? Welcome new guests.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. The idea was I wanted something weird and out of the ordinary enough that it would definitely catch our attention. All right.
Alright, so what do you do?
Well, we've got these doors here.
We want this north one, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, by the way, this door here, I apologize, it's a mapping mistake. Only the big door exists.
Okay.
I just couldn't be bothered to go back and fix it because I was running late. Anyway, Pico, you go up to the north door and you don't see any handprints or anything.
Caretaker, are you able to open this door?
Affirmative.
Will you open this door, please?
If you wish, the door opens. And on the other side, you see a flickering screen. You can see a door to the north, a door to the east and west. But you notice that instead of the strange symbols on the screen, part of it, most of it's still kind of garbage, but there's a small part, and that part says hub access, and it says hub access inaccessible. And you can see behind it that the normally red handprint is dark, but there's red handprints glowing to the east and west.
I think we're going to want to go west.
Okay, and as you approach, you notice pods for automata, although they are currently not occupied.
All right, I failed my dex roll. I take 150 points of damage.
All right, and you also notice the turrets, which are not which are stationary.
That's good.
Okay, as you peek around the corner, you can see a door that I apparently did not fill in. Hold on, let me do that now. All right, and you also see a large double door, and you can see what looks like an arrow pointing at it, and there's some markings on the arrow, but they're too faded to read.
Yep, I think that door, that big door, is the one we want to go through. Does it have any sort of handprint?
It does. Although you notice that every once in a while it flickers.
Well, I'll go ahead and try it anyway.
Okay.
Oh, jeez, like some sort of dual-barreled gun turret kind of point in my direction.
It opens. Although as it opens, it looks like it gets stuck halfway and then it finishes. And inside, you can see that the walls in here are cracked. You can see debris on the ground. You can see a big, massive pile as the ceiling must have come in the distance. But you do see double doors beyond that.
All right, I'm going to look carefully at the ceiling.
Okay. The ceiling looks cracked, and as you're looking at it, a small rock falls and hits the floor.
How reassuring.
Perhaps I can pull the same trick I pulled earlier. Can I have Char fly up to where some of the bigger, more major cracks are and cast Mend through him to try and just secure the rocks a little better?
Okay. All right. So Char flies up, and as he gets close, you hear a loud cracking noise. So go ahead and have Char make a dex save.
I was hoping he was flying so he wouldn't put stress on anything. Okay.
Yeah, but it looks like it was ready to go. But fortunately, is that a 13 or a 16?
I think it's a 13 because I don't know.
Okay,
I don't. Yeah, he doesn't have advantage.
fair enough. So he
He just
flies
always rolls like
by,
that.
and a big chunk of ceiling falls that probably would have fell on Pico instead had it been him, crushing Char.
Oh.
Pico, you notice the ceiling uh, looks slightly less likely to have more pieces fall.
Well, just in case, I'm going to go ahead and cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to start poking at the ceiling.
Okay, you do so. Another large piece falls, and then it's quiet.
Alright.
Okay, as you enter, you notice that there's large collapses to the north and south. Um, you see the large collapse in the center, but you do see a double door. You also see a hole in the floor.
A hole in the floor. That's interesting. Okay, taking a look at the ceiling again.
Looks fairly sturdy here, surprisingly.
I'm gonna go ahead and check out this hole.
Okay, the hole goes down about a foot. Apparently, the floors are really thick here, so it does not go to the next level down.
Hmm.
You see what looks like might have been an office. You see a flickering screen that somehow survived, and a comfortable-looking though empty chair.
How's the ceiling?
Surprisingly whole in here.
I'll mage hand it just in case.
Okay, you do so. Ragu, as you come in, you can see that there are actually two double doors, and both of them have glowing handprints. You notice, though, that, sorry, not glowing handprints, they have two buttons, one pointing up, one pointing down. And each one of these has a set of two buttons.
Hmm. Instead of the handprint, these ones have two buttons.
Yeah,
You
instead of a
suppose,
handprint,
eh?
it's two buttons.
Yeah. I was posing that question to the rest of the party. What do you suppose that would do, eh?
Probably open and close the doors. I'm gonna check out
Yeah.
this desk.
Okay, you do so. You see a couple of the coins on the desk that were left behind. You see a shoe, and you see that the screen is cracked and the surface looks snowy, but it is still generating light.
Galen, are you able to do anything with this computer screen?
I don't know. Oh, Jeremy saved me. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, let me try and mess around with the computer screen. Is there anything I recognize on here?
No, it does look garbled. Um, but as you're looking at it, every once in a while you'll see some words flicker. So go ahead and make a history check to see if you recognize any of those.
I've been so good at these recently.
How about a
Uh,
D8?
bang. Oh yeah.
All right, you have a memory. You're walking through a lush green park. You can see trees all around you, and next to you is another shadow kind, although she's a woman. And she's talking to you about an experiment, and she seems to be asking you, "Don't go." Um, and then you stop all of a sudden as there's a line, and on the other side of the line you see the park is made of stone, and you look at her and you say, "I have to," and the memory ends.
Oh. I'll relay that to everybody else. I think I had a similar vision like this before. I think I subjected myself to some type of experiment.
Yes, you've had
Actually,
similar memories before.
well, if you guys wouldn't mind, I'd really appreciate taking a look in the experimental rooms, specifically the super soldier ones and other ones like that, because I may have been a part of those, and
Sure.
that'd be interesting to me.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Because I mean, when I see you, I do think Super Soldier.
Hey, leave me alone. It probably didn't work. I bet they were gonna do something really cool to me.
Anyway, you didn't make your history check yet, though. Oh, you did. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was your memory check. That's what the memory. That's what the. I thought you rolled an 8, and that
Oh,
was you have a memory, but it's not related to what you're doing or looking at. Okay,
oh,
so with your history check of 8, we'll let the memory pass. You had that anyway, I guess, because of the environment. But you didn't see any words you understood.
okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was gonna
No, it's
say, to
my
be
bad. I didn't
fair, I'll
read what
just
it
I'll
said.
just roll a D8 as my history check. I don't think I've rolled higher than an 8 for history, so wouldn't really have been a big deal.
Well, I guess we can see if we can open these doors.
Yeah, where are we on this map? Hold on.
We're in
We're
Area
in area
C, so
B, right? Oh no, we're in
no,
C.
we're
Okay,
trying to get to Area B,
so
and it
these
looks
two
like Area C
doors,
should take us
yeah,
there.
these two doors should lead to the left side of area B, or somehow
Yeah,
lead
it
to
looks
area
like it.
B. All right, let's open them up then.
Okay, which ones do you open up?
I mean, they're both leading to the same place, right? At least it says so on the map, kind of. I'll open this one.
Okay, you open it up, and you hear a clunking noise, and
Oh,
the doors slide open, and
haha,
you see a pit.
yeah,
And as you see, as you look up, you can see that there's something big and metal stuck above you. Kind
uh-huh.
of, it's like there's something happened to the side and it kind of turned and it's got stuck. So it looks like going up won't be possible. But you look down and there should be a bottom eventually.
Let's check
Yeah.
the other one. I
Yeah,
don't
I
want
was
to
gonna.
jump in a pit, just the middle of nowhere.
You open the other and it's in a similar condition.
Oh, cool. That's even better.
Hold on. Let me see. I've got an idea here. Then. I got as far as my equipment. Damn it. I think Gimbel's still got my normal lantern. Oh, I've got a
I've got a
regular hooded
torch. I've
lantern
got
with
some
me.
torches. Here, you want me to drop a torch? It's way easier to replace than a.
No, I've got my hooded lantern here, so I'm gonna light up the lantern, and then I'm gonna use Mage Hand to lower it down. It can go about 30 feet, so I mean, unless this is a really deep basement, well, which actually we'd know how deep it was, I think, because the ladder.
Yeah, so it goes down about 20 feet, and you see another set of metal double doors that are closed. And if you go down further, eventually you see it runs into stone that looks like some sort of collapse that keeps it from going further than that.
Hmm.
Looking up, is there another one of those metal boxes or
Yeah,
whatever? We're gonna use Mage Hand, try and poke it actually on both of them to see if either one is
they're
stable.
they're wedged in. You can't get it to move at all.
All right, well, we can go ahead and climb down then. It's only 20 feet.
The
Let me
sides are fairly smooth, so how are you going to climb down?
grappling hook.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks like there's plenty of good debris here. So in fact, actually, the hole might be good for this one. Just set the hook in there, and then or lower the rope down in there, and then I can go ahead and try and climb down first.
Okay, so yeah, you climb down about 20 feet, and eventually I guess that'd be that. Eventually you get to the door, the metal double doors that are closed. However, you do notice that there is a small gap in the door, between the two doors, unlike the doors up that you just entered. And you can kind of see an area similar to the room you just left on the other side. But the doors outside of that gap are definitely closed. So what do you do?
Ragu, I don't mean to pry, so could you do so instead?
Sure. See, I happen to have a crowbar, so I will go ahead and just a straight strength.
Okay, so you're gonna climb down, and then yeah. So go ahead and roll your strength with advantage. Pico, are you helping with the? Are you also trying to pull it open?
He's doing a strength check.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I can help him, even though I said I don't mean to pry.
Okay, so basically what you're doing then is he's rolling a strength with advantage, and then you're rolling strength, and you're adding up the numbers. So he got a 15, you're going to roll, and then add in whatever you got.
Yeah.
All right, that is a 21. You needed a 20 on these particular doors. So between the two of you, it's a lot of work, but you're hanging from a rope, so it's kind of hard to get proper leverage, but you do eventually get it open. And you see a room on the other side.
Let's go. All right, should we stack up then? I think we
Yeah,
want to go there.
if everybody's going to climb down, then just go ahead and stack up.
Yep, I agree.
All right, and so... Okay, so I'll go ahead and open the door since you just came from there.
And I'm assuming we're down by this one.
Oh, is that the one you came in? I'll just open them both up then.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so you climb out, and you find yourself in a similar room. You can see large piles of debris from collapses. You can see though that here you have the red lights going that are flickering, and you have a double metal door that's closed. There's a handprint. It's glowing, although it flickers every once in a while. And yeah, so one thing that you find interesting, Pico, due to your passive perception, is that you can hear on the other side of the door and wall some sort of scratching noise.
Hmm.
That's not good.
What
You
do
guys hear that scratching?
I do. I'm sure it's just a friend and not some
This-
horrible creature.
They've got to be friendly. It's
I'm gonna
always a good
listen.
thing when you hear that.
I'm
Without
gonna listen
without
more.
fail.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen more carefully and see if I can hear any other noises to go along with it, like footsteps or whatever.
Yeah, as you listen, you can kind of hear something looks like it's running between various points, and it sounds like it's multiple somethings.
That sounds like a
Cool.
fight brewing,
Yep.
but I think we're gonna have to deal with this.
Okay. Just say the word.
The word.
Okay.
All right, so let me
Go ahead.
place some things in there real quick. Hold on.
Word.
All right, so I'm going to do this, this. All righty. So you open up the door, and you notice the things scratching the floor at first look like plain old automata spiders, but they're not exactly. You notice that it seems to be some sort of large rat-like creature and mechanical legs and stuff. So it's some sort of creature automata hybrid.
Cool. That's
Interesting.
cool.
And as the door opens, one of them turns towards you. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Thought we had turned off the things. Let's Weird.
You did. But for some reason,
These aren't-
these things are feral.
Well,
Yeah,
all right.
I'm not thinking these are tied into the computer.
Alrighty.
So let me go ahead and no, I'll just do it that way. All right. So did everybody roll initiative?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. So round one, Ragu, you can see one of the spider rat hybrids kind of turn your direction. What are you gonna do? And hiss.
Hisses.
Well, taking my previous cue from Pico's suggestion, I step right in and swing down hard.
All right.
I think we should keep them at the door or near the door so I can cast corruption and not have it affect all of us.
Okay, we'll see how fast we. I see 3 of them, so we might not have a big fight here. Hold on.
I see on the initiative more than 3. Although that might be
Okay.
metagaming.
Yeah, that's.
Quite a bit
I
more.
see 3.
Do we hear more scratching?
Wait a
Yeah,
second.
you're
Yeah.
pretty sure there's more than 3.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, oh sorry, Ragu. That it dodges your attack.
All right, you little rat and mechanical monsters. Second attack.
That one hits.
All right.
So that
14.
would be okay. So you hit it, and yeah, it squeals as you attack, and one of the legs, mechanical legs, twitches, but it seems even angrier now.
All right, I'll take my bonus action.
Okay, it dodges your attack.
They're quick little monsters.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that would be it. Just stepped in there. Yeah,
All right.
that was my attacks.
All right. So the one at the end kind of runs up, and then he opens. He points at you, and then you see the mechanical turret turn and fire a beam of energy at you.
I'm sure that'll be fine.
Of course.
It's a mechanical turret on top of one.
Yep. So it's a like I said, it's a mix of it's a cyborg.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I forgot to upgrade these guys, so I'm gonna roll manually. 26 hits unless you have some way of avoiding it from hitting.
Shield. I will use a shield. Let me go over to spells.
Sorry, using a shield.
I am using a shield. I'm just
Okay,
going
so
over to spells. 3.
you see it kind of just glance off your shield,
Okay.
and actually, and after it does that, it moves forward. The rest of its movement. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another one comes around the corner and fires another beam. Your shield lasts until your next turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, that wouldn't hit anyway, actually. All right, Davak, you can hear blasts of energy, and as well as skitters, scratches, and squeals. So what do you do?
I'll go ahead and use corruption. Right in front of Ragu, going down the hallway.
Okay, what's the range? 10-foot radius. Okay, so it gets 14 and 9 then.
Yeah. Or anything that approaches from there.
Okay.
And then, is that an action? That is, in fact, an action. Okay.
Yeah.
And that might be, I think that's the end of my turn then.
Okay. Any creature other than yourself make an attack while standing on that corrupted area does so at a -2. So it does say any creature, so that would include allies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized that's touch.
Okay.
But, sorry, what would you say, Ragu?
Oh, I just said that's why you cast it in front of me. So
Yeah, it doesn't affect you.
Yeah.
It's more if anybody steps into it, it would affect them.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right, so the spider next to you, Ragu, is going to attack, and it has -2 to attack. All right. So I'll just factor that in immediately. However, it rolled a 20, so it hits. And
That's still exactly my shield.
yeah, a 20 hits anyway because it's a critical hit.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
All right. So yeah, that already rolled, so that doesn't. Oh, I see. I still have to press the attack. Okay. All right. So you take 26 necrotic damage and have to make a DC 10 Constitution save.
Alrighty.
You make the save, so you just take the 26 necrotic damage, or sorry, 14 necrotic damage and 12 regular damage for a total of 26. All right, and then Spider 15 is going to attack with full bonus because he's outside of the range of the corruption with his energy beam, but that misses you by a mile. And Galen, you can tell by looking that Ragu was, hurt fairly bad with 24 points of damage. He looks fine, but is definitely a big hit, and you can hear the sounds of combat. What are you going to do?
Boy. Oh, damn it. I forgot to have Piff come. I call him back soon.
Is that a bonus action or a regular action? It might be a
I
bonus action. I don't remember.
don't
It's probably better to keep Piff in place for now. I mean,
That's
unless you
true.
really want me, because
I was looking forward
Oh,
to
yeah.
having them attack with the bow. I
Mhm.
recently made a discovery that so not only does Piff's what is it called? Save DC go off of mine, which is 16, but mine isn't actually 16 because of that bloodwell vial that I have, so it's technically 18. Hello.
Okay, sorry, I lost connection.
So I think I will call Piff back.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know what.
just checking to see if it's a bonus action or not.
Hmm.
Uh,
If not, if
equivocate.
I find it, it's all right. I forgot to ask before this battle, so
Okay, so it is a full action.
okay.
So are
No,
you
I'm
going to
not.
take the action or are you going to wait?
No, we gotta fight. I'm gonna cast inflict wounds on that spider in front of me.
Okay.
All right. I think I'm just gonna do it at level 1 to see how much.
That definitely hits it.
Okay, just to see how much it does to him.
Okay, so that. All right. Yeah, it definitely hurts it.
Okay. And then, oh, I have to back off. That's unfortunate. Because I can't share the same space as Devok.
Okay. Let's see. Is he going to bother with the attack? I suppose. No, he used a life drain. So, yeah, so you just back off. That's fine.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn for now.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. All right. And number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he actually has enough movement left to fire a beam at Ragu. Ragu, is your shield still active?
Yeah, I haven't gone yet.
Okay, then it misses because of your shield. All right, Pico, the horde is coming in and attacking Ragu. What are you going to do?
I guess not much I can do. I'm going to go ahead and attack with Booming Blade.
Okay.
Um,
That is a hit.
all right, and it's going to be 8 points of damage total.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that as my opportunity to back off a little.
You do so. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay, so at the beginning of round 2. Ragu, unfortunately, the creatures seem to be swarming down the hallway right at you. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna keep attacking. Let's see here.
Sorry, say that again?
I said I'm going to keep attacking, and then I'm looking at the gap between the 5 and the 2.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. I hope it works. I'm gonna go ahead and make my attack against this guy here.
All right.
And since Devak, oh no, that's not, okay, yeah, here we go. Just
Okay,
18.
that hits. And at this point, you guys know their AC is 16.
Okay,
So that would be
so
okay.
that's 11.
All right.
And my second swing.
That definitely hits.
4. For 9 more.
Okay. It's almost dead.
And then, okay, yeah, I'll just keep swinging then, because I was gonna try and throw a grenade, but since he's right here, punch.
That hits. And you do just barely enough, but you kill it.
Yeah.
All right, is that the end of your turn? You can still move if you want.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I take a step forward, that's gonna mess up anybody else's ability to see. No.
They can pass through your hex. That might potentially be slightly inconvenient, but you'd have to ask them.
No, I'm gonna stay put because I know this area here is where the corruption is.
Fair enough. Yeah, you definitely don't want to make your attacks harder.
Yeah.
All right. So Spider 9. Let's see. So the corruption. Does it run up? I guess it does. All right. And I think that's in range, so I'm going to go ahead and give him disadvantage. Okay, that's already set. Come on. Roll. Oh, wait. That's the wrong bonus. But even with the +4, extra +4, it still would have missed because of the disadvantage. So, okay, so it runs up. It attempts to strike you and fails. You are within range of the beam, unfortunately, so Spider 13 attacks. But with a 19, that is not good enough to hit you. Devak, you can see that this spider has moved up to attack Ragu. You also notice that this spider missed because of your spell, so good job for that. What are you going to do?
I'll shoot the spider in front of me with some Eldritch Blasts.
All right. That's a hit, and that's a hit. All right, so a total of 8. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. Spider 12 is going to shoot. With a 24, it's been your turn, so the shield is no longer active, so that would hit unless you use another shield.
That is true.
Sorry, say that again?
I said that is true. Yes, I will use another shield.
Okay, use another shield, and that causes that to miss. Good thing, the Spider 15 is about to attack as well, so this might save you some damage. Oops, wrong thing. Really got to update these guys. So that 17 misses. All right, Galen, you can hear more energy beams going off, and you can see the sheen from Ragu's shield as he casts another one. What are you going to do?
Okay. What am I gonna do?
AoE anyone?
I don't have any AoE, I'm sorry.
I know.
Not good AoE, at least. I mean, I have a fireball, but I think it would kill you. Um,
Well,
hmm. Yeah, I can only see this one, and this is corrupted, right? This space?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so I can't do that thing. And I used all my warlock slots, so I can't use guiding bolt, but actually wait, no, guiding bolt is a cleric spell. I totally can. Okay, I'm gonna cast guiding bolt on it then.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
So
that's
that's one under the AC you needed. Their AC is 16.
I have a +2 to my attacks, so that's actually a 17.
Then it hits.
Uh-huh. Um, and then the
Does
next attack
corruption?
made on that target is
Sorry, say that one more time.
the next attack roll made on that target has advantage.
Does that do any? Does the guiding bolt do any damage?
Yes, it does. It does plenty of
Okay.
damage. I'm gonna cast it at level 1. Uh,
Okay, so it does do damage. All right.
not an
Cool.
amazing
Yeah,
roll.
but it's something. It's down to 2/3 of its health, so that definitely helps.
Yep, and
Yeah.
should have
Does
advantage on next attacks, guys.
Cool. Ragu, are you trying to say
does
something?
yeah? I was gonna say. Does corruption give them a lower AC as well as lower to hit, or does it just do the to hit, or is it
I
movable?
believe
Or
it's just -2 to hit.
okay.
All right. Are you going to
And
move,
is it
Galen?
mobile?
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. All right, Ragu. They are going to fire a beam at you and miss, and a critical miss. So no matter what that was, it would have been a miss. Or I mean, no matter what their bonus was, it would have been a miss. All right, and Spider 10 also has a critical miss and just fires right into the ground in front of him. All right, Pico, you can hear an odd sound. They're firing beams of energy, but they're awfully muffled, as if they're hitting right in front of them. What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, the only one I can see, I'm going to go ahead and fire a pair of Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay,
So there's the first one, which I'm pretty sure
it
misses, and
does.
there's the second one, I'm pretty sure does not.
It does hit. Yep.
All right, 8 whopping points, and my turn is done.
All right. So at the beginning of round 3, the spider strength is still fairly strong. Ragu, what are you gonna do?
All right. Devok, where exactly is your corruption? How big is it?
It's 10 feet.
10 feet, yeah.
So basically, let's see, 1, 2. It goes down to here.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do something stupid, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to run here. Yes, I'm gonna take a attack of opportunity.
Okay. So let's go ahead
And
and take
when I
it.
get to right there, yeah.
Yep. Oh wait, wrong one. Let's roll. I really gotta fix this. All right, and you succeed, or of not getting hit.
Okay. I am now going to.
So something like that's the area it's hitting.
Yeah, I'm out of
I
the
think.
effect. I'm out of the area effect.
Yeah, it's fine. You're fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
So what are you doing again?
Sorry, I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to
Oh,
open
okay.
it.
No problem.
Okay.
You're hard to hear, so sometimes I have to ask, or I ask just to make sure I'm not missing something.
Oh yeah, not a problem. Okay, I am casting Dragon's Breath, which has a 15-foot radius cone. So from this angle right here where I'm standing, I should be able to hit everybody. That would be like,
Except for the one behind you, but yeah, you can hit the ones in
yeah,
front of you. Okay.
all 5 of these guys here.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your roll so I can see what the save is and all that. Okay. Dex 16. All right, I guess we'll do 5. Do they take half damage? Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It looks like it doesn't affect all of them, but somebody really failed. Okay.
One passed.
So yeah, you
everybody
definitely
else.
hurt all of them. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, because I can't bonus action attack.
So yeah, it looks like 2 of them failed and took full damage, and then the other 3 took half.
No. According to the list you got up there, only 1 passed. The DC was 16. We got a 5.
Sorry, you had to speak louder.
He's
Sorry,
saying
the
that based
DC
on your
was 16. A 5, a 14, a 13, a 16,
okay, you're
and a
right.
3.
You're right.
Only 1 passed.
You're right.
The other 4
the
failed.
thing handled it correctly. I'm just saying it wrong. It does say versus DC 16. So yeah, it worked. I'm just narrating it incorrectly.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
Sorry
4
about
of
that.
them got hit with full, 1 got hit with half, and that would be my.
Yep.
Yep, that would be my action.
Cool. Alrighty, so Spider 9 doesn't know it's in corruption. I guess there's no way for it to know, so it runs up behind you, and it attacks with a disadvantage. Oh, sorry, it doesn't attack with disadvantage. It attacks with a -2, but it has advantage. So we'll just do this. Okay, so that 20 is not good enough to hit you, so despite that, it still misses. All right, Spider 13, just shoot you normal, no difference. But fails to connect. All right, Davak, as you can see, Ragu is dancing around and avoiding further damage somehow. So what are you going to do?
Move forward. Oh wow.
Is your corruption still active, by the way?
Yes, I think I'm gonna deactivate it right now though.
Okay.
Can you move it?
Yeah, I'll move it down, but first I probably should do something else. I think I'm gonna use Bone Storm on them, probably. Hold on.
Well, you might want to move it before you do it then, because otherwise you'll have disadvantage. Or not
Oh yeah,
disadvantage,
I forgot
-2.
that I can move it as a minor action. Yeah, I'll move it to in front of me.
Okay.
So you'll have to back up 1 next time.
Okay.
Um.
Oh well, where he has it right there looks like it just barely misses.
Okay. Then after that, I'm going to cast Bone Storm.
15. Yep. That looks like it affects all these guys. Cool. And dex save. So okay, cool.
Oh, it was a lame roll.
What's your spell save?
15.
Cool. Yeah, looks like 10 points of damage. They do not take half. Looks like so. It's all or nothing.
Unfortunately.
Fortunately for you, only 2 succeeded. Okay. So they should have taken the damage. Looks like they did. Okay, great.
And then I'm gonna back up a bit.
All right. It looks like if you back up to there, you're going to get 2 attacks of opportunity.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
So are you still going to do that?
No, I'll wait here.
Okay. All right. So Spider 12. Well, it doesn't know it's in. It's too stupid to know, so it's just gonna shoot at Ragu, and just like it's not affected by anything. And with a critical miss, it fires right between the legs of the guy in front of him at the ground. All right, the one in front of you, Davak, is going to attempt a life drain. It's going to have a -2 as well. With an 18, that does not look like it's good enough to hit you. Let me double check. 18. Oh, actually, it is. Your AC is exactly 18. So, do you have any way of mitigating that hit?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and. I know I'm supposed to do this beforehand, but phase.
When you are targeted with an attack, you may use a reaction to attempt to phase to the attack against you, imposing disadvantage. Okay. So let me roll again. Okay, that works.
Cool. Good.
All right, Galen, you can hear the swarm of attacks and explosions outside. What are you going to do?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can do about this. Hmm. Okay, I can't do that, but what I will do is I'll stand here. I'm gonna. These are technically robots, right? Cyborgs?
They're cyborgs, yes.
Let's see if they're susceptible to electricity. I'm gonna use shock and grasp on it.
I would recommend, if you're going to do that here, so you get advantage.
Where? Here?
Because it's
Yeah.
flanked. If you do.
Yeah, smart. Thank you. Yes, I will do that.
Critical hit.
Let's go. Okay,
And let me check if to see if they're anything. Oh, they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable. So that would be what, a 21. So 42 points of damage, which is enough
yeah,
to take it out.
get zapped. All right, I don't think I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna stay back here and hold the flank.
All right, that was a really big hit.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, Spider 11 is just going to continue to vainly shoot at Ragu. 23, that is good enough to hit Ragu.
I will.
Do you have your shield active still?
No, I have to cast it again.
Okay, are you going to do so?
Wait a second. This is round 2, right?
Yes.
Then it is still active because I've spent 2 spell slots on it.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, it misses. All right, so this one is going to attempt Drain Life, same thing. And misses. All right, Pico, you have a large fray outside. What are you going to do?
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the one in front of Davak with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
The question is, should I use Eldritch Blast or Eldritch Blast? Let's see. Roll a pair of those. Looks like
They
they
both
both hit. So the first one does 10. The second one does. Wait, what? Something's weird here. Oh, the second one was just a horrible roll. Total of 14 points.
Okay, fair enough.
God, that sucks. Where the crit does less than half the damage as the regular one.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. At least it's not double like it used to be. Otherwise, it'd be even less than that.
Okay.
All right, so at the beginning of round 4. So, Ragu, now your shield's not active. What are you going to do?
I am going to attack. Hold on.
Which one? The one in front of you?
Come on. Click. Yes, the one directly. The one directly in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
Come on. My button's not clicking. I'm clicking the button. It's not responding. Hold on.
Well,
Yeah, you're breaking up, so my
Break-
guess is you have internet issues.
Alrighty. Well, sorry guys.
Yeah, no problem. It happens.
Come on, come on, come on.
All right. I'm going to assume that first 26 is what you meant to roll, which hits.
Yeah. Okay. And so that one. Well,
Okay.
the second one was a 26 as well. So 12 points
Okay.
and 10 points, and then that third one ignore,
Right.
and it's a pearlescent nickel
That hits as well.
for another 7.
So it's not quite dead, but you know that it has 1 hit point. All right. Is that the end of your
I
turn?
will stay put. Yes, I will stay put.
All right. So Spider 13 is going to vainly keep shooting at Ragu despite the ineffectiveness of it. All right, Davak, you can see that Ragu's nearly killed the one in front of him. The one in front of you is obviously trying to attack you. What are you going to do?
Maybe just a second bone storm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. One more bone storm.
Isn't Bone Storm an AoE, or like it
Like
spreads
it
out in a
spreads
cone?
out in a cone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that was horrible.
that's terrible.
Okay, so this time I'll get the damage right. Okay,
1 made
so
it.
it's 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them were affected. That's not bad. And one of them died.
And one of them.
Good.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right, so Spider 12 is not going to move up. Instead, he is going to fire from a presumably safe distance. Or at least it's assuming it's a safe distance. And still cannot hit you. That -2, by the way, Davak, is actually making quite a difference. And then the one in front of you, Davak, he is attacking and failing to connect. And Galen, you're not sure what's happening, but it seems like these spider creatures are stumbling more. What are you going to do?
Pretty cool. I'm gonna step up, and since it worked so well for me last time, I'm gonna use Shock and Grasp again.
All right.
Oh, hold on, let me turn off advantage.
You still hit.
Awesome.
So that's 16
Ugh.
damage.
Bad roll, but whatever.
And because it's a shock, it means that it can't use an opportunity attack. Is
Yep.
that the end of your turn?
And I'm backing up, and that's the end of my turn.
All right. So Spider 11. Actually, after seeing that, and after seeing you take advantage of his ally's weakness, he's going to fire at you, Galen.
No!
After all, hitting Ragu just isn't working.
Yeah, clearly.
Unfortunately for it, neither is hitting you.
That's what I like to hear.
All right, Pico. You blast those walls. They won't hurt you anymore.
Yeah, let them know.
All right, we're at the beginning of round 5. Ragu, what are you going to do?
I'm going to go ahead and blow fire again.
All right,
Actually, I think I can do electricity damage.
go ahead and do the roll,
Electricity.
just so I can see the save and the damage. All right, Dex 16. All right, half. All right. It looks like one of them failed. The rest of them made it, but they'll take some damage. All right. Didn't kill anybody, but it definitely brought them down further. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna move.
All right. Spider 13. After seeing what spider... no, Ragu just blew fire. It's going to fire at Ragu. +6, if I can ever roll. And it misses. All right, Devok, what are you going to do?
Now I'm just gonna start pelting them with some Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
The ones directly in front of me, sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, because they're in melee range, you're
Oh, that's right.
Are you still gonna do
Then
that?
how about the one right behind it? Can I hit that one?
Brosnan, you can back up because I took away this one's reaction.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do that first, and then I'll shoot that one.
Okay, in that case, the first one hits.
For 1 damage.
Excellent.
Let's go.
Hey, that's more than I did this round.
Good point.
That's not true. You absolutely decimated those walls for a lot of damage. I watched it.
Okay, good point.
Oh.
Too bad the walls aren't attacking us yet. The ceilings, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, Spider 12 shooting at Ragu. And Ragu dodges easily. And Spider 15 is tired of missing, so it's shooting at Galen. And with an 18, it looks like it hits Galen.
No. Well, actually,
Wait. Doesn't it get a minus?
You're right. That should. Oh no, it's the minus is already factored in because it's normally a +8. Their hits are a +6.
No.
All right. So let's see. So there you go. 16 points of fire damage.
Ow. Oh, fire damage. Okay, so 8.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, the beams of energy all tend to be fire damage.
Cool.
Except when they're not.
Resistance
but I'll
to
let you
that.
know.
That's awesome.
Oh, I'm resistant to fire. Should I? No, that 26 was a soul suck.
Yeah, that was a life drain, so that was definitely not fire.
Okay. Okay, yeah, never mind then.
No problem. Galen, one of them just shot you. What are you going to do? The one in front, actually.
Yeah, I'll deal with it. Zappy zappy.
Go for it.
All right. Zap.
You hit. Okay, not quite enough to take it out, but definitely hurt it. It's at 1/10 of his health.
Yeah, I can't finish it off. Well, actually, I could waste a sorcery point to do it, but I don't know if I want to.
We can always see if I miss twice.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, I'll wait for you.
All right, in that case, Spider 11 is going to shoot you. +6. Not D60, D20. All right, 14, that's a miss. All right, Pico. The spider out in front is at 1/10 of its health. What are you going to do?
Well, that's the one I'm going to attack first, so the first Eldritch Blast will go its direction.
Which hits.
For 10 points.
And it's dead. It's dead.
So the next one will go right past it to the next guy in line.
Okay, which hits. All right. And now it's at 1/10 of its health. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, round 6. Ragu, what are you going to do? The guy in front here is at 1/10 of his health. If you move forward, though, you'll get a -2 to hit.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to decide. I can move forward and try and go with 2, or I can...
Devok can move it or cancel it on his turn, but not yet.
Yeah, in that case, I will just breathe energy, or breathe electricity.
I can't hear you. What?
In that case, I will just breathe electricity.
Okay. Oh, does that affect all of them?
Yep, that's still. They're all 3 still within my 15-foot cone.
Cool. No problem at all. All right, and that actually is going to do double damage, which they need because no, one of them failed, and the one that failed is been destroyed. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes. You said double damage, so the other two took 20 electrical.
Yeah. So basically, the way this has been working is their hit points should be doubled, and I had never did that. So what I've been having all the damage they've been taking. So that's why you'll notice some discrepancy here, where this would normally be 20.
Okay,
Is that the end of your turn?
that is.
Alrighty. Spider 13 is going to attempt to go in for a full life drain. So it's going to run up and attack. But it still gets -2 because of that spell. However, it still hits. Are you going to do a shield?
Arcane Deflection. I can do
Okay,
that.
you
It's
do
only
another
1
shield.
point. Now,
All right.
Arcane Deflection doesn't burn a spell slot.
Oh, but how does that work?
Arcane Deflection allows me to add a +2 to my AC or +4 to a saving throw, but it burns my reaction to do
Oh,
it.
burns your reaction. Okay, fair enough. All right, Devok, what are you going to do? The spider in front of Ragu is almost dead.
Move forward a bit and then shoot the one in front of Ragu.
Okay. That hits. And that hits. Okay, go ahead.
Come on.
Dude, that is
So
so
damn.
lucky.
It is still almost dead. All right. Spider 2, seeing you run up and do that, is going to shoot at you, Devok. With a 25. So that's a hit.
Wait, can I phase? Is it too late to phase?
No, that's your reaction. Do you still have a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, then sure, I'll roll again, see if it misses.
It
Which it does. All right.
Dude, phase is amazing.
That's such a useful reaction.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just high risk though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because if
it's
I get
almost
hit
as good as
anyways,
Arcane
I lose the
Deflection.
turn.
Yeah, what we should be doing is doing it, and going from now on, we'll do it correctly, because if you just do it every time, it is pretty powerful. So you
Yeah.
have to declare it once you're targeted.
Okay.
All right, or before I roll, basically.
Yeah,
all right,
no.
Galen, what are you going to do?
Oh, Pico, you think you can finish off this low one?
Possibly.
I'll take possibly. I'm gonna move to here, and I'm going to hit this one with a shocking grasp.
Okay, you got a -2 to your attack.
I do?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yep.
right.
Corruption.
So then it'll
yeah.
just be our flat roll because I normally have a +2. So
Okay.
I'll take it.
But you hit anyway.
Let's go.
All right, so that's yeah. There you go. You definitely shocked it.
Okay, and that means its reaction is gone, and that means I can at least back up to here.
That's correct. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. So the first Eldritch Blast is going to go with the weaker one.
Okay.
Which misses. The second one misses too.
No,
Fair
leave
enough.
the walls alone.
Round 7.
Fortunately, you've got Ragu to back you up.
Yeah.
All right, Ragu.
Yep.
The wall's next to you. Hear sounds behind you. What are you gonna do?
I am going to swing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We're going to take our first swing with our iridescent rapier.
You hit.
That's a 29 to hit. I'm going to do a whole bunch of damage here. But
It's
I am
dead.
actually going... Yeah, it is dead, but I am going to do this anyway.
Okay.
Going to roll my d8, which is an extra 3 points of damage. And I'm going to maneuvering strike Galen
Ow.
right here.
Okay. So, Galen, you move to there, and that means he can attack, right?
No, that was maneuvering strike, not
Oh, okay.
commanding strike. But because I've got one that allow him to move, and then a different one that allows him to attack.
Okay.
However, I have my movement, so I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, and take my second swing with a advantage and a -2.
Correct.
So we'll see. Swing away.
Well, it doesn't matter. You got a critical hit.
Okay.
Dead.
But it's only a 29 critical.
Yeah.
All right,
So
it's dead.
16. Yeah.
And that is the end of combat.
Woo. Good job,
Alright.
everybody.
Geez, Galen, how's it
Yeah.
feel to be manipulated like that?
I don't know. Kind of weird.
It's not the first time I've maneuvering striked you. You know,
That's
last
true.
time I
Yeah,
backed you up, but they kept running through.
It's just funny how in this case it almost looked like you were using him as a human shield. All the
No.
and then you run around behind the enemy. I mean, yeah, it
Well, I
makes
had
sense
to
seeing the whole
because
thing, but you know, at
Yeah.
first it was just one of those like, here, you can be in danger now.
Yeah, I know it looked like that, but remember with maneuvering strike, I can only move him 3 hex because I can only move half. So I couldn't get him around behind, and I knew I could move behind. So
All right.
yeah, I know it looked like I was sacrificing you or using you as a meat shield up front, but that wasn't the case.
All right. So as combat ends, the enemies fall to the ground. You no longer hear scratching, but you do see the flickering red lights all around you, and that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, all right.
What is it we see before the session ends?
The flickering
Just
red
the
lights
red
all
lights.
around you.
Oh,
So I'm going to go ahead and get your experience points all calculated. I'm just going to
Okay.
assume that everybody got 2 points of learning by failure, because I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah. No
Yeah,
kidding.
that
Yeah.
no,
was
I did. Heck, I would have gotten it just from this battle alone.
Fair enough. Although, if it makes you feel any better, the enemies were having a bit of a tough time too hitting anything.
Yeah, thank you, Devok. That was pretty good.
No worries.
6.
Yeah, it's like probably my favorite spell I have, other than maybe phase.
All right, and
Yeah, phase is
treasure
bonkers.
would be 350.
Yeah, phase is low key kind of busted.
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right, and so basically everybody gets that except for Ire and of course Oreo. Oh wait, I didn't actually put the total. Hold on. Sorry.
A whopping 350.
Times 2 plus 350. Oh, it's the same. Wow. All right, so here's your experience points for session 50. So you get 2,450, 1,050 from encounters, 1,050 from exploration, 350 from treasure, and of course, on top of that, everybody who's here gets 350 from learning by failure.